Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Exponential. My name is RSquared, and welcome to Sunday Night Football. But today isn't just a regular Sunday Night Football. We're rewinding the clock because we're in spooky season now. It's official. This is the Halloween stream, whatever. We're not really going to celebrate it too much, but this is the Halloween stream. So it's just the most Halloweeny game there is. We're winding back the clock. We're going all the way back to the days of 1889, whenever the Steelers were founded, because that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers are celebrating at RSquared Stadium today. And we're getting the new look at their new old throwback uniforms. And dare I be the first to say, but I'm still looking forward to watching the game. It's going to be a good one because along with winding the clock back on the uniforms, Aaron Rodgers is taking on his former team. He won a Super Bowl with these guys. He's coming back at home against these guys that he's known for so long. The guy who took over his spot, Jordan Love, is coming out of the other tunnel, taking the field against him. So we have a very fascinating matchups between two 4-win teams coming into this Week 8 matchup. Both these teams have already had their bye week. Packers are 4-1-1, and the Steelers are 4-2 on the year. The Packers, they've been nothing but warm to Aaron Rodgers in his time away from them. They've said, oh, yeah, that's our guy. He won a Super Bowl. We'll forever remember him for that. But today is when it's all going to really go down. We're here today to win this football game, and we're going to win it by a lot. But Aaron Rodgers probably has a thing or two to say about that, because it's the Steelers, and they're coming out here. I mean, he's probably wearing these uniforms, and he's like, wow, I saw them wear this when I was a kid. I mean, this must be a dream come true for Aaron Rodgers, because we always say now, like, in 20 years, if any of us are going out on the field playing football and we get to wear the throwbacks, it must be like, oh, man, if I were to wear the Dolphins throwback, oh, man, I'm wearing what Dan Marino wore, along those vibes. But now, Aaron Rodgers coming on the field, this is what they all wore here in Pittsburgh. This is the throwback. This is the culture that we've built here at Steel City. And Pittsburgh, it looks like the fans have come to play here at RSquared Stadium. By the way, still Heinz Field to me, but I'll humor them. I'm going to call it RSquared. But this is a huge game historically. I mean, it's the first time Aaron Rodgers has taken the field against his old team. It's the first time the Packers are wearing their uniforms that pay homage to the teams of the past. And the Packers over here, they're interesting. They're kind of an anomaly. Their offense has been a bit of a catastrophe, but their defense has been one of the best in the NFL. So it'll be really interesting to see who comes out on top here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. A big highlight just on the field for a second, because I've been talking about Heinz Field, RSquared Stadium, had a little bit of trouble with the surface a couple weeks ago back when the Steelers hosted earlier in the season when they hosted the Browns. They had a little bit of trouble with the turf there. So they've gotten it resodded. They're having a good time. We're going to see if it is a factor here today in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It shouldn't be, hopefully. This week 8 of the NFL season, I gotta say, has been pretty awful. We've had one game that was a one-score game, and that was the Jets and the Bengals, and it wasn't even a good game. So yeah, I mean, it just hasn't been a good week. So we're hoping to break the streak here tonight, between the Steelers and the Packers. And hopefully this one's a really tight game, high scoring, even though that kind of goes against both of these teams' identity this season, which is why I was kind of like, I wouldn't be mad if it was Commanders Chiefs. I wouldn't be mad. But at the same time, this is probably the better game as far as just overall storylines go, because, I mean, we're taking it back to, I don't know, 18 something. Got my orange juice out there already. Not actually orange juice, just clearing that up. But we got these throwbacks here, and the Steelers throwbacks, they're not my favorite, okay? I don't love them. I never have. The tan pants throw me off. If they were to match them with like black pants or yellow pants, I might buy them a little more, but the tan pants just don't roll with me. I don't like them. I don't like the logo being on one side of the helmet as well. That doesn't exactly roll for me quite too well either. Changing my mic settings because I'm realizing I'm hearing myself like 3 times as loud as you are. This should be good. All right. Where was I? Yeah, the uniforms. I don't like them. They're blah. To say nothing else, like I may gag several times throughout the commentary today just because I don't like the uniforms. They're not very good. The Steelers, they're I mean, I get it. They're paying homage, but I grew up with the Dolphins throwbacks, and those are clearly the superior throwback uniforms of the NFL. Don't think anyone disagrees with that. Although I will say the Falcons throwbacks also very good. I'm loving the Falcons right about now, by the way. Go Falcons. These guys up here, these are my guys right here. Those are my favorite. That's my second favorite team in the NFL right now. They suck. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. The entire game, I was more mad at the Falcons than I was happy about the Dolphins. For the majority of the game, I was like, why aren't they handing the ball to Bijan? Man got 8 touches. Like, he's not getting the ball. You realize the Dolphins have one weakness. Like, it's not one. We have a lot of holes. But the big one, you realize Rico Dowdle 3 weeks ago or whatever ran for like 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you have the so-called best running back in the NFL over here. And Zach Robinson's just like, I think we should throw the ball. We'll see what happens. We don't have our best wide receiver, but we have a backup quarterback. So I think we should throw the ball. So I think Zach Robinson needs to be fired. I actually liked him ahead of this game. I don't anymore. I think he was an idiot. Honestly, it's just not smart play calling at all. You gotta run the foot. Like, there's ways to beat the Dolphins. I could scheme a game to beat the Dolphins right now. Although the Dolphins did look much improved, which we can get into a lot later. But let's keep the focus on Pittsburgh for the Steelers and the Packers. They're coming in to Acrisure, a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, because Jordan Love's got something to prove. To me, he's got something to prove historically as well. Because guess what? Historically speaking, he's winning the Super Bowl this year. Because pretty much every other Packers quarterback in the history of great Packers quarterback, you got Bart Starr, that guy in the middle, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love coming out here. Each of them won a Super Bowl at the age of 27. Jordan Love turns 27 next week. That number comes with great responsibility in the Packers franchise, and that's part of the history that this game has to offer. So from Acrisure Stadium, Chris Boswell is going to kick it away, and the Packers will get the ball first. I assume the Steelers won the toss and deferred, and this will be taken out to about the 30-yard line, where we will get our first look at Jordan Love and the Packers' whiteout offense. Here comes Sean Hockley, one of the best refs in the game. There's a flag on the kickoff, so we'll see what it is here. So that's going to be holding on the Packers here, which will back them up a bit to their own 10. I want to say 10, maybe 15. So it looks like 15-yard line. So the Packers offense, they're a little depleted. They have been all season long. They're without Dontavian Wicks today. Jaden Reed is still on IR. So their wide receiver units, Matthew Golden, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson. And then, of course, it's National Tight Ends Day. And who better to get the ball in the end zone than Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave. Josh Jacobs is their all-star running back. And, of course, Jordan Loves is their quarterback. Josh Jacobs is going to get the call. Jacobs is going to get about 4 yards. And Jalen Ramsey is going to make the tackle there. You're welcome. All I 27 points. Yeah. Yeah, those two pants are. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's my only problem. I don't like the tan pants. I don't mind the uniforms themselves. I just can't get behind the pants. That's always been my issue with them, even back when they were even more disgusting. Because I actually think they've improved on them significantly. Because they were hot originally. They're not much better, but the tan pants got to go. Love's going to hit Christian Watson out in the flat. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. This Packers offensive line, they got Aaron Banks at left guard, Rasheed Walker at left tackle, Zach Tom at right tackle, Jordan Morgan at right guard, and Elton Jenkins at center. We'll get you a little bit later. We'll get to see the highlight of this Packers team, which is Micah Parsons and the Packers defense. Don't worry, I won't mention Micah Parsons 10,000 times. I'll only mention him 9 times or anytime he gets a sack. The Steelers showing a little bit of pressure here. It looks like they might back out of it. Never mind, they rush 6, and Love's going to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for Romeo Doubs. That's Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. So the Packers have an early 4th and 1 and a decision to make. They should punt, but we'll see what head coach Matt LaFleur has a cooking for the Green Bay Packers. This Steelers defense is up there with one of the best in the NFL, just by sheer talent. I mean, their secondary is elite. They got Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Deshaun Elliott, Juan Thornhill, and Darius Slay. And on the back end, you got Chuck Clark, Jabril Peppers, Brandon Eccles. Like, they have depth for days. So Dylan Whelan is, in fact, going to punt away to Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh after probably the shortest opening drive that we've seen. Ooh, and a good special teams tackle by Bo Melton, as he makes an incredible play to keep the Steelers from getting any better field position. So out comes the Steelers offense, led by Aaron Rodgers, running backs, Jaylen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell, who's had a surprisingly big role. Or should I say not so surprisingly? Love Kenneth Gainwell. He gains well. It's in the name. It's like EA Sports. It's in the game. It's in the name. Caleb Johnson's the third string. He's the rookie out of Iowa. He's been just fine for the Steelers running game as well. They've mixed it up quite a bit. So it's interesting to see how they can get this running game going. I think that's a big part of the game. Hand off to Jaylen Warren. Warren gets a nice little opening rush there, probably about 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6. A little bit of aftermath there at the end of the play. Receivers for the Steelers team, they're without wide receiver Scotty Miller. So instead, they're with DK Metcalf, one of the best in the game. And he's the primary target. If he can get going today up against, I was told he was going to be on Keeson Nixon today, which could be an interesting matchup there. So Keeson Nixon's got his work cut out for him here tonight. And other wide receivers for this Steelers team, Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin III. But again, it's National Tight Ends Day, and they got 2 of the best. Play action pass. And Rodgers is going to hit the dump off to the big old lineman. And wow. And that is, I don't even know who that is. Wow, that's a big dude. All right. So the Steelers getting crafty early. That's Anderson. That's Calvin Anderson. No, that's not. That's Spencer Anderson. Spencer Anderson, the guard out of Maryland. The bolster. And so the former Maryland Terrapin getting 3 yards there, respectable. So it'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Steelers on this tough Packers defense. Steelers tight ends, as I said, Jonnu Smith and Pat Freiermuth. Those are 2 of the biggest threats in the game. Rodgers under pressure. He rolls to his right, throws deep. He's got him wide open. It's Roman Wilson, I believe, on that pig. Yeah, Roman Wilson wide open down the field and completely blown coverage by the Packers secondary here. Not exactly sure what went down, but they just blew this one. He just slips out. Yeah. I think Keeson Nixon was the one in coverage there, number 25. And Roman Wilson just made a really great move to get him off his back a bit there. Roman Wilson's in his 2nd year out of Michigan. So the Steelers are at the 28-yard line of Green Bay after that monster play from Roman Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. It's a shovel to Jaylen Warren, who's going to get about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and mid. Mike sounds really, it's kind of like struggling with the calculations right now. Does my sound okay right now? Because it feels either really loud or really quiet. I feel like this is better, like right here. Let me know if it needs to be turned down any or turned up any. 2nd and 5 for the Steelers. They've got Austin in motion. Play action under pressure. He's going to hit DK Metcalf, and he's swallowed up. Man, I got to go faster for this game. This defense is soaring around. Early on, there was a flag, so we'll hear the call from Sean Hockley in just a moment. My back hurts again. Wow. All right. So there's offensive pass interference on DK Metcalf, which is going to put the Steelers back 10 yards. Packers accepted the penalty. It's going to be 2nd and long. Yeah, he gets the early push off there. It didn't do much because Valentine made a great play there to jump on the ball. DK Metcalf this season, he leads the team with 22 receptions, 406 yards, and those 4 touchdowns as well. He's been the big deep threat for the Steelers so far this year, but this Steelers offense hasn't exactly been the thing that's made them successful. It's been the recipe on defense that has kept them alive in the AFC race. But Aaron Rodgers, he's been good enough to lead this Steelers team to success. Rodgers to throw. He's going to hit Warren, and Warren is tackled behind the sticks with a great play made by Edgar and Cooper. So let's take a look at this Packers defense. As the Steelers approach 3rd and 15, big names are Rashawn Gary, Colby Wooden, Devontae Wyatt, Micah Parsons, of course, Edgar and Cooper, Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie, and then the secondary, Keeson Nixon, Evan Williams, Xavier McKinney, Nate Hobbs, and Javon Bullard. Lucas Van Ness is out for this game, and that's pretty much the only notable injury on this Packers defense. 3rd and long for the Steelers. Rodgers to throw. Rodgers under pressure from Parsons. He steps up and he's brought down. And a big play made by Micah Parsons. And I believe that's Gary there. Don't fact check me there. I think it's Rashawn Gary. But it was really Parsons who came in on the big pressure. As you see him just slice right through the tackle McCormick there. And it's Rashawn Gary who brings him down. So the Steelers will send out Chris Boswell to attempt a 56-yard field goal try. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Steelers are taking a 3-0 lead here with 8:41 to go in the first quarter. So strong start for the Steelers offense, but Micah Parsons gets the better of them early. We'll see how Jordan Love responds to his ancestor. Scoring early. All right, interesting first couple of drives. It'll be interesting to see how efficient the Packers can be moving the football. Good D. Yeah. That could have been backbreaking, but good on them. Keeson Nixon, I'm telling you, he's going to be heavily targeted today. So we saw it on the first one. The Packers, they're not playing man-to-man early. I noticed that on that play, they were playing zone defense, and it kind of looked like they got their signs scrambled a bit because Keeson Nixon should, if he's in man, Keeson Nixon, from what I've heard, should be one-on-one with DK Metcalf every day. All the time. He should be the guy on DK. But DK went in motion, and I guess either he didn't, I don't think it was man on that play. I think it was like a subtle zone because he didn't move. No one actually followed DK in the motion, which kind of told me that it was zone a little more, which is why I think Nixon got a little turned around because he may, I don't know what's going on in his head, but he may have just lost his guy, which is what it looks like to me, is that he was expecting DK, got Roman Wilson, and Wilson made a great move on him at the end. Because if you're a defensive back and you know that you're supposed to be covering this one guy the entire game, and you look ahead of you and you're like, wait a minute. Oh no, I lost him. But he's actually just over there. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, but that's really the best guess. It's just he lost him somewhere in the transition, or they were just playing a zone defense, which is a little abnormal for a Jeff Hafley defense. My not orange shoes. It's the first time I'm using a translucent cup. like a ghost. Yo, Jesse, what's up, man? How you doing? It's a commercial. You want to hop on? 8:41 to go here in the first quarter. Steelers lead 3-0. And Chris Boswell's going to kick this one away for the return man, which is Williams. And Williams has a nice return out to the 34-yard line, where the Packers will be starting their next drive. Good. Oh, other one. Wait a minute. Wait just a second. So the Steelers defense, I said a little bit about them earlier, but just a quick recap. Their secondary is incredible. Their defensive line is one of the best in the game. All in all, they have one of the more talented defenses in the league. It is a defensive battle. It should come down to who wins the turnover battle between these two teams. Jacobs on the shovel over. He's going to get about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Yeah, no, it's we'll see how it turns out. I didn't pick it. I didn't like any of the options. I was just like, I gotta do something. But it's good practice. Gonna get stuck like Kevin Harlan and Trent Green commentating on Dolphins-Falcons games. All right, that's Kraft in motion. Actually, sorry, that is Musgrave in motion for the Packers. They went audible, and it's going to be play action. He liked the read, and he liked it indeed. First down to Romeo Doubs, and Romeo Doubs is out to the 40-yard line, and a Packers first down. And a really nice audible call there by Jordan Love. Really the best game of the week almost. True, though. It's been a bad week. I'm not used to this. Hey, look, the Heat won. How do I get rid of that? Go away. I don't want to touch anything. I'm not technologically savvy enough for this. Kraft in motion, handoff up the gun for Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get 6 yards. 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Packers driving down the field. Oh, not on homecoming week. What were you like? Just go ahead and go to the dance. The game's over. It's brutal. Hey, that's cool. 2nd and 5 for the Packers. That is Heath in motion. Love's going to hit Doubs again. That's Dobbs' 3rd target of the game, 2nd catch. And that'll go for 6 yards and another first down. 6:20 to play in the first quarter. Steelers driving deep into the Packers territory. It feels so weird. I normally have bracelets on, but they smell like smoke right now, so I took them off. It's a long story. 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Golden has checked into the game as the Packers' first-round pick. Romeo Doubs, 2 receptions. He's got 30 yards, both of them on this drive. From the Pittsburgh 29, it's a screen pass, and he's got some space. It's Malik Heath up the middle for 15 to 20 yards. We'll give him 20. Because like no one cared about them. I've done that. I've done that here, actually. There's been a really bad game, and I've just been like, oh, hey, college football was interesting this weekend. There's an entire, I just went for it because I'm like, man, this game is bad. Or if I'm, really struggling, I'm just like, basketball. 60 at the 16-yard line of Pittsburgh. It's almost intercepted, but he gets it off over to Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. Sorry, my mistake. Touchdown, Packers. And get your cheese and microwave it. It's Tucker Kraft into the end zone for the Packers touchdown. Good play there by Green Bay. Well executed tight end screen. And happy National Tight Ends Day, folks, as if Scott Hansen didn't mention it enough on NFL Red Zone today. Good arm angle there by Jordan Love, getting it around TJ Watt, and then great effort by Tucker Kraft just plowing his way into the end zone. Most impressive part of that was probably the throw. TJ Watt is not an easy guy to get that pass around. With just over 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter, Packers up 7-3 with Kraft, as he's lovingly called, Kraft mac and cheese, gets in the end zone for the Packers. And that happens to be yet another point for my fantasy team. I cooked this week with everyone on bye. I cooked. I wasn't expecting to. I didn't cook with Baker. That was frustrating. Nice collection of jerseys behind you. Thanks. This one over here, definitely Andrew Wiggins. It's totally Andrew Wiggins. I actually have a nicer Dolphins one, but I actually use that one. Not so much anymore. But this is the one, old one. This is the one directly behind me. But I intentionally stand here so as to block it. Now, the newest one, in case you're wondering, is no. It's the Eagles one. Yeah, it's this one. I'm trying to think, is it the Eagles one or the Gators one? Because I got them at about the same time, but I'm pretty sure that I got the Gators one a little earlier. So the Eagles one is the newest one, the Eagles polo. And man, if you're willing to Venmo me like $5, I'll go buy some more. Just a little backwater exchange. Just toss it back. We'll get going that way. Throw on some more merch. Poor Eagles. Shh. They might hear you. I have more. Like, I have Seahawks, like a magnet that I could put up there. I got 49ers stuff. I don't know why I haven't. Like, they're all just in the back. I just haven't gotten a real chance to throw them out there, to put them up. Oh no, they're here. But speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, as most of the people from Philadelphia call them, they got a good win, got a little bit of revenge against the New York Giants. Multiple reasons. You woke them up. Oh, they're away. It's like, oh no. Honestly, just the second they see a very specific shade of green, they all go nuts. Like earlier today, they saw a very specific shade of green and they all went, ooh. I mean, they are amazing uniforms. Much better than the throwbacks that the Steelers are wearing tonight. Just thought I'd throw some shade at them too. Because they're bad. The tan pants. I can't get behind the tan pants. But the Kelly Greens, everyone goes crazy for them. Understandably, I would too, honestly. I would own one if I were if I were a real Eagles fan. I'm just a fake Eagles fan. I was last year. Playoffs came and I talked to my friend who was their Eagles game and I was like, who's an Eagles fan? I'm like, hey man, do you mind? Please. He's like, yeah, sure. We could use all the help we can get. So really, I helped the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Really. If we're being totally honest. Yeah, that's true. I am wearing the green shirt because at this point, like, I like wearing. I always wash my clothes on the same day. I'm weird like that. So I'm just always wearing the same shirts on like Sunday. Aaron, if it looks like I'm wearing the same shirt every week, it's because I probably am. Aaron Rodgers under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Jaylen Warren, who they really want to get going here in this one, assuming they can't really get the passing game going. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards. It'll bring up second and long. More like Jets? Well, no, it's not Jets colors. I've been told it's not even green. Like, I went out today, and they were like, I like your blue shirt. I'm like, this ain't blue. I'm glad it's not only me, because they were like, that's blue. I'm like, I'm not colorblind. I took the test. 2nd and 8 for the Steelers. Freiermuth is in motion. Rodgers to throw. He's going to hit Muth out of the back, and Muth's going to be taken down after a gain of about 4. There was an early flag saying it's a legal shift on Pittsburgh. Yeah, illegal shift. Don't understand it. Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job. He's old. He makes me feel like I could play football now, really. I mean, he probably makes he's over here, my dad's getting up off the couch. He's like, I could do it. He got grandpa going, I could do it. If Rodgers could do it, I can do it. I have the test results. Yeah, but Rodgers, he's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer, guaranteed. Rodgers, as I said that, he almost threw an interception. That would have been amazing. Oh man, I gotta stop talking. Makes me feel like, yeah, I could be. I'm ready. Wait, where's the ball? No, it's over there. It's too far. Crazy how good he's stuck in me. So yeah, he's good. He's a Hall of Famer. As much as I hate to admit it, because for the longest time there, I like the Packers more now with Jordan Love because I predicted Jordan Love's success, which I will literally tell that story anytime Jordan Love's playing in a game. But 3rd and 13 from their own 32-yard line, Rodgers to throw. He's going to hit Freiermuth for a gain of about 6, but he's going to be well shy of the first down, which will force another Steelers punt. Don't you just love when technology gives you epilepsy over here? It's like every time, all I got to do, I just want the stats, man. That's why I write stuff down. I'm like a classic guy. I feel like Al Michaels. I feel like this is what Al Michaels done. LSU just dismissed Brian Kelly, by the way. The ball was loose, by the way. A lot just happened. I was processing one thing. There was a fumble in the Steelers game, Steelers-Packers. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Let's see. It was muffed. Yeah, Packers got back on top of it. But he did muff it. A lot just happened for me in 10 seconds. It was like Kelly got fired. Look over. All right, yeah. So Packers ball at their own 18-yard line. Let's talk Brian Kelly. Was it the right choice? Probably. Is it kind of sad that he's probably going to Florida? Yeah. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think they would do it so quickly. Necessarily. How are they making a second of this movie? It's only been a year. Never mind. Sorry. I got distracted. But it's just, I understand it. He hasn't been what they wanted him to be. And they wanted to continue the success that Coach O had there. And understandably, the loss to Texas A&M was bad. And the fans wanted to fire him. And I know a lot of fans have wanted to fire him for a long time. But I'm not sure it was time for him to go. I mean, he did blow Garrett Nussmeier, and he probably blew his career as well. So it's interesting to see how that goes in LSU, to see who they hire next. I really have no idea. I'm going to read the article now. I'm going to speed read. Lane Kiffin won't take it. Actually, wait a minute. His daughter's dating an LSU safety. He might take it. John Summerall would be decent. Okay. Yeah, John Summerall would be good in LSU. It's not a far commute. He's already in Louisiana. Wouldn't have to move his family. That's my pick. John Summerall as the new coach of LSU. Assuming you're not an FSU guy, I'm a Florida sports guy. It's like I came into the season, I was like, but I know we're losing to Syracuse. Yeah, turns out we lost to Louisville first, but we're still losing to Syracuse. I do know a guy who's a Florida State fan, and So yeah, I feel for them. So I'm not a Florida State guy directly, but I know some guys. We're from Florida. We all know each other. We all meet at the Gator Pond behind the school. We all know each other, really, as long as they're not above Jacksonville. Well, Tallahassee is above Jacksonville. Yeah, as long as they're not above Tallahassee, really. Play action. Jordan Love to throw. He's gonna hit Emmanuel Wilson out of the backfield, who fumbles. That's not Emmanuel Wilson. Oh, it was Emmanuel Wilson. He's put on some weight. Sorry, he looks bigger. Wonder if Penn State picks him just because they don't want Matt Rule. Real. I would. I don't like Matt Rule because my logic is Nebraska's been worse than Penn State. I don't want Matt Rule to get in another job until he does well in his current one. That's always been my state of mind with coaches in general. Like, don't ask for another job. Don't leave your job unless you're doing a good job at your current job. Then it's not a promotion. And off Emmanuel Wilson. And Wilson's not going to get the first down. He's going to come a yard shy. It's going to be third and like a few inches. Yes. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. Generous. Sort of like, I don't know if anyone was watching, but the referees in the Bucs Saints game fired. Like, someone get them out of here. Like, they were bad. They stole three defensive touchdowns from the Bucs because of a whistle that shouldn't have been whistled. Love's going to dump it off to Tucker Kraft, and Kraft's got some space. Makes a great move over the 40-yard line for a big play and a first down for the Packers. Happy National Tight Ends Day. He's feeling it. He's celebrating. Game gets real bad. Mind telling the story of that. Yeah, man. Mind telling the story? Sure. Make it a reality, Jesse. Make it a reality. We're counting on you. Mostly because I don't have time to make it a reality. But you make it a reality, and I'll hop on. I'm our expert on all things Florida. Mostly. Though, like, I really can't help you with the Jacksonville State Sharks. I don't know much about them. Oh, yeah, I've heard this story. The Timberlake, South Dakota is where Tucker Kraft's from. Population 537. And everyone knows him. They all know him there. And they all have his shirt, and they're like, that's our guy. Yeah, it's a good story. Yeah, the who? The what? Oh, yeah, the Jacksonville State Dolphins. I'm pretty sure it's Dolphins, yeah. I don't know why I said Sharks. I think it's the Jacksonville State Dolphins. The corner bar and grill of his hometown in South Dakota, where his team roots him on from a distance because they probably can't afford to go to Pittsburgh. Musgrave in motion, hand off to Williams. That's Savion Williams. He's going to get 1 yard before he stopped. 2nd and 9. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won't have to. There was only like one time when the Jacksonville State Dolphins made the March Madness, and I was just like, I guess I gotta learn about these guys now. Kind of like that one time I almost got hired by someone who works as a professional writer at FAU, and then he hung up on me. I'm like, I'm not that bad. Come on. Second and 9 from the 38-yard line. That's Golden in motion, and Golden is going to get the call, and Matthew Golden is going to get spun down for a loss of 1. Tackle made by Darius Slay. It'll be 3rd and 10. Favorite moment from the sports broadcasting moment this year. That's tough. That's really tough. Obviously meeting you, Jesse. No. Maybe. I don't know. That's a tough one. Sunday Night Football. We're at the end of the first quarter. The Packers 7, Steelers 3. When we come back, the Packers are 3rd and 10 at the Steelers' 39-yard line. All right, favorite moment from the camp. I don't know. The pod was pretty good. It was up there. Sal was good. Sal was cool. Even though he picked favorites like crazy, but he was cool. He was a cool fella. I don't think he would appreciate me calling him fella, but that was fun. It was just a fun week in general. I'm still deciding whether I'm going to do it again, but I feel like that's generally frowned upon to go like 2 years in a row. I don't know. Kind of feel like that's not something you're supposed to do because I don't know that it changes, but I don't really know. I'm torn between locations for this next year, but this year's it was good. Yeah, there was a lot of good parts, good contacts. I did the show with DSPN, which was a lot of fun. If you haven't checked that out, I mean that's I might do it. They already remember me enough. I was surprised Zeke didn't remember me because in South Florida he gave me a trophy ish thing for being the only guy that wasn't a slob. Because there's a story behind that too, is that I'm really bad at trivia. Like I'm just like I don't know trivia, so I didn't do the trivia. So I was just like I'm just gonna go help this lady clean up. So I helped her clean the main room, and he gave me like a prize for it at the end. He's like, "Congratulations for being the only one that's not a slob." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." But then I came in. He's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "Thanks, Zeke." Donovan's a legend. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I broke his record for the highest viewership of a guest on the show. That was me. On his show, I broke that record. So he's having me on again, probably next season. So have I told the Mormon story about that? Oh, we could have fun with you here, Jesse. All right, 3rd and 10 from their 39 of Pittsburgh. 3rd and 10. He throws one up, and Dobbs almost has it, but he falls just short. It's incomplete. So the Packers are going to send on their kicking team, I suppose. Yeah. Intrigued. There's just a really awkward pause in the podcast with such hilarious backstory. Well, first of all, they caught me totally by surprise with it because I'll explain it in a bit after this field goal. 57-yard attempt for Brandon McManus is up. Oh, it's no good. He didn't get the range. So it is still 7-3 Packers to start the second quarter. So Aaron Rodgers will be getting the ball at his own 39-yard line. So McManus doesn't get the distance. Let's see it here. Oh, man. Now, yeah, he was short. McManus, that's not something you see every day. At least it was dead on. Not something you see often from Brandon McManus. He normally has the power to make that kick, but he fell a few yards shy there. Needs a little bit more oomph on it. He was good from 55, don't worry. And Boswell's over here like, I'm good from 80. Yeah, next commercial I will tell the Mormon story. Just to keep you on board, Jesse, for a bit longer. Just keep you here. Hold you hostage. 1st and 10 from their own 47. It's going to be DK Metcalf, which will take him into Packers territory for a gain of about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the Green Bay 48. Rodgers' Lambeau legacy. He's got 4 MVPs. The three that he deserved, one that he didn't. He was the Super Bowl champion back in that year. And he was Super Bowl MVP that year as well. And 475 passing touchdowns, most in the history of the Packers. And hand off to Gainwell, who gets the edge and the first down. That's a nice gain of 9 yards from Kenneth Gainwell. He didn't deserve the one in 2021, okay? That was just a lame choice. That was the easy way out. They had a tough decision to make, and they chose the third guy. Like, he wasn't even close to the most valuable player in 2021. I don't want to hear it. First and 10. Rodgers under center. Gainwell is still the running back. And it's going to be a fake screen shovel to Gainwell. That's going nowhere. He's wrapped up immediately by Colby Wooden. There's Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Mute him. Get over here. Who likes them anyway? He did deserve it every other year. Yeah, okay. Maybe one. I'm thinking of 1 year in particular that he did kind of. But that year was like, I'm like, that was his worst statistical year. It's going to be a handoff to Gainwell. Gainwell's got a little hole. He's going to be 3rd and 3. Nice little 8-yard gain. All right, 12:40 to go here until the half. 3rd and 3 from the 32 of the Packers. Rodgers in shotgun. Packers showing a little bit of sign of pressure. They back out rush 4. Rodgers throws deep to Metcalf. Incomplete. Good defense there by Corey Valentine. And Aaron Rodgers had him, and he is irate that he missed him. I mean, that was about as good of a throw as you can get if you're Aaron Rodgers. Metcalf had him beat from the get-go. And good job by Valentine just disrupting Metcalf's vision there. He's just right under. Yeah, just getting a full hand on him on the ball. Really good defense by Valentine. That is impressive going against one of the best wide receivers in the NFL and the best wide receiver on this team. And the 50-yard field goal from Boswell is right down the middle. It's 7-6. The Packers have the lead. 12:18 to go until halftime. Jordan Love and the Packers are on next. All right. Jesse, you still here? If you're not, I won't tell the story. But if you are. I think he's gone. I couldn't hold him hostage for long. Disappointing. Yeah, he's gone. Man, he's off orchestrating that podcast, surely. Podcast part 2. Definitely. That's totally what he's doing. That's what he's doing, right? It would be great. I would have to leak my real name. I'm half surprised he didn't say it. I'm surprised he wasn't just like, hey, good to see you, man. Like, says my name. Quick delete. I didn't expect him to show up. No, it's one of those things like it's so rare unless you get a phone call that you get to see them in the wild. Your fellow broadcasters. It's crazy. In the wild. We only show up once in a lifetime. And then there's those of us like me who's just like stalk people's YouTube channels and just don't go into the live chat. I just kind of watch. They're just like the entire time, who is this viewer? I did that the other week. Who is this? I don't know who this is. Yeah. No, yeah, it's a good story. It's a shame he left, really. Wah, wah, wah. My disappointment is evident. I mean, maybe he'll come back. If he comes back, I'm sure he'll let us know, and then I'll tell the story. I just don't want him to miss out. It's a pretty good story. A lot of good stories from that week there. Yeah, a little bit of backstory. Me and Jesse, we met in Manayunk, Pennsylvania. So it was a camp. It's free camp. If you go, you got the chance to see me. It's not free, but it's for everyone. If you get there, you get the chance to see me. I've been a few locations: Atlanta, which is where I got the Falcons stuff and the Braves merch. Pennsylvania, got the Eagles, Steelers. And of course, South Florida, where I got mostly everything else. I've been to 3 camps thus far. I don't know where I'm going this time. How did I miss you? So yeah, it's a ton of fun, and that's where I met my guy Jesse. He's great. He's one of the best there is. A legend. Love to do a podcast with him. I'm like, it's a great, the podcast is a great idea. It's hilarious. It's amazing. Like, we could talk for hours. Like, it would be great. However, one problem, I don't like have the time to reach out to all my contacts, be like, hey, you want to be on? Like, I don't want to host it. Basically, it's kind of my issue. Play action, Jordan Love. Love goes deep and he overthrows Romeo Dobbs. And Darius Slay was in coverage there. Actually, sorry, it's Joey Porter in coverage. Is it just me or did Joey Porter lose the junior at the end of his name? Didn't he used to be Joey Porter Jr.? Then he just cut it? Who's this? Ekuale. Ekuale was injured on the play. Yeah, Dobbs just couldn't reach out in time. Didn't make it. This must be his father. This must be his father, Joey Porter. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was a junior first. It'd be like really sad if like the reasons just like his dad passed away, so and then he had a son and named his son Junior, which would be really sad, and I would feel really bad about joking about it. So I'm gonna stop. But I'm pretty sure he used to have a junior there. Anyway, yeah. So that week was a lot of fun. I was very surprised because we're like a skeptical community, and by that I mean we got like 6 people who like each other and everyone else hates each other. Not really. I'm cool. The only guy I don't like is the guy who hung up on me. That was just rude. That's a whole nother story. I kind of also want to tell that one to Jesse. I got an interview to be like a writer for South Florida sports website, and this guy covers FAU sports. And he calls me. He's like, "Hey, could we do a quick interview?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." He's like, "Could you just like open a podcast?" And I just did my normal thing. Hello and welcome back to the Exponential. My name's RSquared. And then I like rolled into it, and halfway through "Hello, my name is," he hung up, and I've never heard from him again. I'm like, that wasn't that bad. I'm like, no, that's a you problem. Forgive, never forget. No, I'm kidding. He just hung up. I was like, I'm not that bad, am I? Like, I gotta reconsider my career choices. No, it's crazy. I was like, I can't believe you hung up. No, I just haven't reached back out. I was like, what? It was way worse than I thought it would be. Yeah, like he was offering me like a full job. Like it was like full time. He was like, you would have had to, like, I would have been done here because I would have had to do so much there. And then he just like, it was just the first, he gave me all the details and I was like, let's just do a little quick interview. Okay. Hello and welcome back to the beep, beep, beep. Your call has dropped. What? Nothing wrong with that intro. It's fine. That's like a good podcast intro though. I mean, the only way I could start it was otherwise would be if I was starting like the Tonight Show. It would be like, I'm the RSquared and I'm here with my co-hosts. There's no other way to do it. I'm like, that was confidence breaking. But it was fun. I got back on the horse really quickly. Thankfully. So don't like that guy. Everyone else, chill. Those are my guys. I don't like him so much that I unsubscribed from his YouTube channel. He got one of my subscriptions at first. Unsubscribe. Bye. Yeah, no, it worked out. Third down for the Packers after a 1-yard run from Josh Jacobs. So it's 3rd and 9. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy days actually. Because it was like a really bad time. Because we were like about to leave. We were in Florida at the time. We were about to leave. Resub it on some occasions just to send a message. That's funny. Golden in motion. Love to throw on 3rd and 9. Love under pressure. Hit hard as he got multiple flags. So I'm guessing this is going to go against Pittsburgh because they absolutely decked Jordan Love. They might call unnecessary roughness here. Let's see. It was a tough hit. I don't know. No roughing the passer. Oh, that took a turn. All right, 4th and 9. Packers are punting it away. Thought it was roughing. The guy's like, no. Sean Hockey, like, no, it's not roughing because he threw him into. Oh, yeah, it's a face mask. Because he threw him into the legs, so there wasn't anything he could do about it. That's true, he did. And there was a face mask on Zach Tom, which sends Dylan Whelan out onto the field to punt it off to the Steelers. Yeah, this game is awful. Mostly because I have to look at the Steelers' uniforms. Honestly, both of their uniforms. I don't like the whiteouts either. I've made this. I feel like I've done the whiteouts twice this year. Weren't they wearing the whiteouts against the Commanders earlier in the year? Like, pick a different uniform to wear during a night game. Anyway, Dylan Whelan to punt it away. It's a good punt to the 20. He outkicked his coverage. And this one's returned to about the 40 of Pittsburgh, where Aaron Rodgers will take the field. Down by 1. 36. It was on the wrong mile marker. You see this commercial? You know what commercial it is. It's powered by not AWS. Still mad. I was really happy, however. I woke up the next morning and Canvas was back. So I was like, yes. It's like they did it. Not okay, but they did it. It's like I could have finished this yesterday. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. All right, 11 minutes till halftime. It's been a slow game as well. Rodgers play action rolls to his right. He's going to throw to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth's going to take it. Oh, sorry, that's Ben Skronik. My mistake. He's going to take that 12 yards. So Rodgers using his legs a little to get out of the pocket here. And he just hits Skronik on the edge. He's not getting greedy. This is something that Aaron Rodgers doesn't do. He doesn't get greedy. Slow burn for sure. I hope it builds up to an epic conclusion. It better. Better not be like the Lions-Bucks game last week. Eesh. Is a shovel to Jalen Warren. Goes for 1 yard. Warren has been a disaster today. He's had a terrible game. My fantasy game this week, crazy. Crazy fantasy. Everyone's going on my team. Like, everyone's on bye. Except for, like, the bare minimum. I have to cut everyone, pick up new people, and I cooked. I didn't know I cooked, but I cooked. I did really good. I have, like, 180 fantasy points. And yet I had Baker, and he got 4. Like, wow, everyone else really carried the way, didn't they? Rodgers, he's flushed out to his right. Under pressure, he's got to throw, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. 3rd and 8. Yeah, like the person I was playing against was like, how did you do this? I'm like, I'm just that good. That was mostly my answer. Yeah, because I had no idea. I was like, well, I still have Jonathan Taylor, I guess. The steal of a draft pick. I got him late, too. Like, I got him late because everyone was worried that he was going to get injured again. But he's been the steal of the fantasy draft. That's what happens when you're in 14 leagues and everyone all thinks the same about all the players. They're all like, no. This guy's gonna get hurt. I ended up stuck with him, and it ended up being great. Ooh, Rodgers makes a dangerous throw to Metcalf, and it's broken up by Williams. There is a flag. It's going to be holding on the defensive side of the ball. Holding. Defense. 25. Keyshawn Nixon. My lip reading's getting good. So they're going to give the Steelers the free first down. You can't be making this mistake. That is the second time today that Keyshawn Nixon has gotten beat on someone that's not DK Metcalf. Which, when your job is to cover DK Metcalf, that's not a good thing. Got beat by Roman Wilson and now Calvin Austin. Hand off Jalen Warren. He's got a hole. Jalen Warren trucks a guy, and he's going to get 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1. Solid run there by Warren. Jalen Warren this season for the well, I guess they're going farther back than that. He went to Oklahoma State. He signed as an undrafted free agent here in Pittsburgh in 2022 to back up Najee Harris. Ended up replacing him somehow. Shoveled Jalen Warren a big hole. He gets nailed by Quay Walker. And when you get hit so hard, your entire body just like whiplashes. How's that? Jalen Warren getting in those reps, probably in Florida. Dude, water's a good workout. He's dragging goalposts, like soccer goals, with him as he runs there. He's strong. He's built. He's trying to become a stronger runner, which we've seen a lot from the identity this season, is that he's been a tougher runner. And off Warren, not tough that time. Blown up. It's Kingsley Enagbare with a big tackle on the backfield for a loss of 5. I dragged that going down into the water now. What are we talking? Yeah. It's like swim out 2,000 meters into the sea with a goalpost attached to your back. That was a great play by Kingsley Enagbare, by the way. He's one of the unsung heroes on this Packers defense that's just filled with depth. That's why I knew this game was going to be terrible, is that there's too much good defense happening. This is dumped off to Gainwell. He's going to get tackled by Enagbare again. For a gain of 1, it's going to bring up 3rd and 14. I am so congested. It's like it feels like every week I'm just sick. Another one made better by Micah Parsons. This is what happens when you double Micah Parsons. Someone's open. Unless you're the Dolphins and for some reason you ran 6 offensive linemen and it worked. It's like, I didn't see that coming. It's like, what? It took us 7 weeks to find that out? I'm sorry. Play clock's at 1. Rodgers barely gets it off. 3rd and 14. Parsons brings pressure. He's going to have to hit the tight end, Jonnu Smith, who's going to get close, but he won't get all the way. So it's going to bring 4th and short. It looks like they're going to send the special teams unit out there. Chris Boswell is going to take the field. Ooh. I moved the mouse. Oh, no. I gotta plug stuff in. Awesome. There we go. Chris Boswell. He made it from 56 and there's a false start. It's going to be a 48-yard attempt now. Makes you feel any better? He made it from 43. It's still fourth down. So it's going to be a 48-yard attempt now. We got just over 6 minutes to play until halftime. Miss. Wait, watch this. Chris Boswell, he doesn't miss these. He's greatest kicker in the NFL, debatably. I mean, he's just that accurate from short range. He doesn't miss. No, yeah, he's actually going to make it, though. 48-yard field goal attempt is up, and it is right down the middle. I've only done that 3 times. I'm pretty impressed. For as many games as I've commentated, I've only done it 3 times. It's not that bad. 5:52 until halftime. It's the famous Steel Bridge. It's a city of bridges, you know. It was a ghost. Ever feel like you're just allergic to everything? No, just me. Makes sense. Earlier today, we had some surprising outcomes, but no close outcomes, really, other than the Jets sneaking past the Bengals. We saw the Texans completely shut down Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers 26-15. The Dolphins won. The Falcons, they should consider firing Zach Robinson. Or even potentially Raheem Morris. That was not a good showing by the Falcons at all. Sorry. Tired. It's an hour earlier, too. I don't know why I'm tired. I was like, I needed the extra hour. For those that don't know, since I live in Europe, the time change is different. It actually is already changed in Europe. Everywhere in Europe, it's already we're 4 hours or 5 hours, 3 hours. I really don't know. I think it's 5 now. Something. We're some amount of hours ahead, but one less than normal because we changed a little earlier. Yeah, the Falcons, I kind of believed in them too. They had a lot of promise. They have the best defense in the NFL. Wait, what did that say? It said most likely to be voted a chef at Chili's? Anyway, let's look at next-gen stats. Jordan Love, he's been getting the ball off really quickly. Snap to pass, he's been pretty much just over a second every time, never over 2 seconds for the most part. On 2 plays, he's only been pressured twice on 12 dropbacks so far today. Anybody got any cold water? Yeah, the Falcons, I was really disappointed. Even though they were playing my Dolphins, so I was okay with it. But my goodness, was that an awful showing. Like, they just were not doing the things you need to do to beat the Dolphins. Like, it's not difficult. But they just weren't clicking. And obviously, they picked a bad day to sit all of their good players. Yeah, you can't sit Drake London and Michael Penix the same day. I'm getting sick, I can tell. It's from that crazy smoke story. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Put on my headphones. 1st and 10 for the Packers. Jordan Love to throw. He's under a bit of pressure. He's going to dump it off underneath to Luke Musgrave. Musgrave's going to get about 3 yards before he's brought down. It'll be 2nd and 7. That's not what I meant. You know it. That's not what I said. It's not the same thing. Not that guy. It's actual. Oh no. It's not that. It was a bonfire that I did not start. I just thrown it out there. It was a controlled bonfire. They're popular. We went in. I did. Hand off to Jacobs. Goes for 3 yards. Sorry. I'm coughing too now. 3rd and 2-ish. All right. We got to lock in. We got to get the Rocky music on. 3rd and 3. For the Packers at their own 40.5-yard line. Love to throw. He's under pressure. He throws quickly. It's incomplete, heading towards Tucker Kraft. There we go. Maybe now Mike can just clear up. As if. He didn't catch that. So Dylan Whelan is punting away yet again. Wow, this has been a bad game. I wonder why I'm been yawning so much. It's 9-7. Nothing interesting's happened in a quarter. All right. So the Packers are punting again. High pitch. It turns into the Tony Romo stream. Fair catch called by that guy. I'm going to pretend I know what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah, so bonfire. Basically, we went into the forest, pretty much. Big group that I was a part of. I was assisting with my limited wildlife expertise. I wasn't really there for my wildlife expertise. I was with people. I was there to lead other people with less wildlife expertise. That's all I remember starting. Correct. I'm really good at keeping groups together. 1, 2, 3, 4. We lost one. Someone go get them. Stuff like that. I'm really good at that. I'm just go get them. We don't have everyone. We went into the forest. We took a hike. 40-mile-per-hour winds. Pouring rain. Yeah. So we walked all the way up a hill in the forest, and then we went back down the hill until we found our way back to a residential area. So it was a good walk, solid hour and a half, probably 2 hours. What is going on? I'm sorry, what? Okay. That was a good commercial. It got my attention. I was like, what? Okay, anyway. We got all the way down the hill to a residential area where we met up at someone's house. And we were invited to their house, so I really thought we were going to get to go in their house, Because, someone said, at the end of the walk, we're all going to have hot chocolate. I'm like, oh, nice. After a cold walk, it would be nice. At their house. So how I thought, I think this was stupid American mistake. Yes, I live in France. No, I'm kidding. I don't live in France, or do I? But they're into the house that's what I thought. Go into the house, warm up in the kitchen, around the kitchen island, drinking hot chocolate, right? It makes sense when you think about it, really. It didn't make sense, apparently. So we were in their backyard. One second. It's a shovel to Jalen Warren, who gets a nice little run. They're going to give him 9 yards, which is not the most generous of spots. I'm going to say 2nd and 1. Yeah, so it was outside. in their backyard, and they made a bonfire, and like an actual like bonfire. Since younger people have no respect for their elders anymore, they all sat away from the smoke. Little did they know, smoke actually goes in a circle. If it's facing the other way, it's just going to go back around anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Turns out if you're around a bonfire, you're going to end up smelling like hickory. Shovel to Jalen Warren again. Warren's got some space, and Jalen Warren putting his shoulder down and a big run over the 42-yard line. Jalen Warren's starting to get his legs churning a bit here. Yeah, as I was saying. They gave us hot chocolate and like cake and stuff and brownies. I didn't have any. But they had brownies and like hot chocolate around the fire. So like everything, I got home and I'm like, everything smells like smoke. It took me like 2 showers to stop smelling like smoke myself. My wristbands did not make it. So that's the story of why I'm not wearing the wristbands, and it's bothering me. Play clock's at 1. Steelers barely get it off. It's a screen, and a well-executed one at that. Gets 7 or 8 yards. It's Calvin Austin. Also, Calvin Austin, didn't he used to be the third? Wasn't he Calvin Austin the third? Why does it just say Austin? Are we no longer counting those? Okay, I'm losing it. Arm too late. That's what it is. I'm like, no. It really just bothered because I fiddle with them. So I'm like going to fiddle with them, and I just end up squeezing all the blood into my hand. They don't have to take a snap. They did anyway. Hand off to Gainwell. Gainwell pops around the edge over the 40-yard line and a first down. We're at the 2-minute warning from Acrisure Stadium. We're winding back the clock, and the clock is winding back. We got 1:57 till a half. The Steelers lead by 2, and they're driving. Don't say that. I'll now be taking questions at this time because I got nothing better to do. And since my guy Jesse didn't stick around, how dare you? Favorite Rocky movie? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been years. Probably, I'm gonna just say the original and call it a day. It's been years. I'm gonna say the original. Yeah, we're gonna stop there probably. Yeah, I'll still be taking questions. Hopefully easier ones. That was a case of when you exhale so long that it sounds like air conditioning. How about them Ravens? Like the scandal or just in general? There's a flood watch in Orlando? That's weird. In general. They're probably going to be fine. I really hope they stay bad at least another 4 days. Just so that maybe the Dolphins beat them. Otherwise, they're going to be fine. They have a pillow of a schedule. Like, they get the Browns, Jets, Bengals, Vikings. Bengals again. Packers. Oh, sorry. But their schedule's not the most difficult. They've gotten through the hardest stretch, which was the Lions, Chiefs, Texans, Rams, and Bills, which they went 1-4 in, which is pretty bad. But they'll be fine. They have a chance. They can still make the playoffs. They're at an upward fight, definitely, but I think they stand a good chance. Rodgers hands it off to Gainwell. And Gainwell's not going to gain well here. He's going to get about a yard. See, Broderick Jones. Yeah, I noticed that. Did he not? Was that not false start? It was like he really jumped. Like he was already crossed the field. Like I saw it in live action, but they didn't whistle it dead, so I wasn't sure. It's incomplete for Calvin Austin. It was an intended screen. All right. At halftime, I just need to go splash some water on my face. Again. For a different reason than last week. Last week, I was just getting my cranberries confused. Today, I'm just tired. 3rd and 9 for the Steelers. Gainwell in motion. Into the slot. Play clock's at 1. Bad snap. Rodgers gets it off under pressure. Throws one up. Heavily interfered with. Keyshawn Nixon's having a terrible game. Pass interference. He really didn't have to do much. As Calvin Austin, he's heavily interfered. He didn't have to do that. He really didn't have to do that. He blanketed him, and he didn't have to. So it's going to be instant red zone for the Steelers, keeping the drive alive again. The Packers are at the point of just shooting themselves in the foot. You didn't have to do this. It was an underthrown pass. Nixon never turned his head, and he blanketed him. He wasn't paying attention. But incredible job from Aaron Rodgers. It was a terrible snap, miscommunication, had to get it off quick. He caught it one-handed and then threw an incredibly inaccurate pass that ended up working out because of the failure mostly on the part of the defender. So they get bailed out there. That's 21 yards off of that pass interference. Hand off to Jalen Warren for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. Sorry, I had to yawn like really loudly. Had some flags last week and turned out a great game. The same. He's not off to a good start. He's blown like 2 plays. He's gotten called PI on twice. He's not having the best day. 2nd and 7. Rodgers under center. Warren's the back. Washington in motion. Play action. Rodgers to his right. He hits Metcalf. Metcalf is hit hard by Nixon. He's going to be a couple yards shy of the end zone, but it's going to be 1st and goal to go for the Packers. So at the 2, Metcalf crosses the entire field. I love this play. I love play action bootleg towards the right. Metcalf, you're just relying on his speed to get open, to run with you, rather than the opposite way, staying with the quarterback. And he did everything he could to stay aligned with him. 1st and goal. Warren is the running back. It's going to be tossed up, and it's caught for the touchdown. It's DK Metcalf. And the Steelers take a big lead over the Packers before halftime. With an extra point, it's going to be a 2-score game. And this was just a quick little slant. It's effective as always up against Keyshawn Nixon. Nixon knew it too. And he gets beat again right off the bat. Just this move, he's got nothing against that right now. Like, you know your mission. And that's the 4th or 5th blown play so far by Keyshawn Nixon. He's just got to be able to get to the inside a little bit faster. Extra point is good. It's a 2-score Steelers lead. 16-7. So DK Metcalf, one of my favorite celebrations, mostly because I feel like he doesn't do it. Like it's just funny. His name's DK, so I think Donkey Kong. So I go DK Metcalf. That's the joke. Just in case. Speaking of Nintendo, yeah, I'm a bit of a gamer myself. What's so funny, huh? Exactly. Nothing's funny. So I don't know if you heard this, but Tua, ahead of the game against the Falcons, he had a swollen eye. His eye was swollen shut. He says that's one of the worst experiences I've ever had in terms of waking up, and that happens on a game day. My eye was swollen shut, and thanks to the medical staff, and ended up being helping with antibiotics and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just glad I was able to go out there and play. So Tua wore his visor for the first time ever, and it ended up going really well. So I'm suggesting we get someone to punch Tua every single game, give him a black eye ahead of every game so that he's more accurate during the game. Because it seems like maybe his left eye is just his better eye. It's just a, oh, look, Waddle, he's wide open over there. Oh, I don't think I was going to make that, like me with the other eye. You volunteer? I do. I think it should be McDaniel. I'd pay more money to see McDaniel do it. Teach him some discipline. Just, hey, come here. Come here, Tua. Come here. What is it, coach? What is it? Just step a little closer. Nice and quick. All right, next Sunday, the Seahawks and the Commanders. I'm pretty sure that's the game we're doing. If you really want to do Cardinals and Cowboys, I guess we could do that too, but I don't see why you really want to. Because Seahawks Commanders is the better game. It really, really is. Significantly better game. Oh, big man landed awkwardly and headed to the locker room. So Ekuale is out for this game with a knee injury. 1st and 10. 34 seconds to go from their own 20-yard line. Golden in motion. Golden in motion. Love under pressure. He'll hit Jacobs out of the backfield. Josh Jacobs is going to get out of bounds after a gain of 9. 27 seconds to go. 3 points would be huge there. Here's the deal. If they can't score here, they will be in a bit of trouble because the Packers got the ball first, which means the Steelers are going to get the ball first coming out of halftime. And that means potentially Pittsburgh could double down on them if the Packers don't get any points here. Golden in motion again. They're using the motion with Golden more often than not. Play clock's at 2. 1, they get the snap off. And he throws deep. He's got Watson, but he got it. They're going to say it's a catch inbounds. Clock is winding. Timeout, Green Bay. See, did he catch this? He did. Yeah, that's a catch by Christian Watson. Do you see the Packers making a comeback? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I don't trust the Packers offense too much. But it's possible. I could see it happening. I could see the Packers making a comeback. I wouldn't be surprised. But their offense needs to start, being an offense. Because right now they're just 12 guys out there doing nothing. 11 guys out there doing nothing. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Golden motion again. Love to throw. He steps up in the pocket and he's going to hit Jacobs out of the backfield. Tries to make two men miss. Cannot. He's down for a loss of 1. There is a flag. And Wilson tries to keep him down longer. Packers had a timeout. I think they used it. We'll see what the flag is from Sean Hockley. It's a personal foul, face mask on the defense. So 15 yards is going to be given to the Packers. That's going to be coming on TJ Watt is the face mask penalty. So the Packers are already fairly into field goal range. They're at the 36. They got time to run 1 or 2 more plays. Unbiased opinion. Packers would need to be down 70 points right now. Totally unbiased opinion. Packers can hardly score a touchdown, which is sad because they're a good team, but they got to get their offense going. They missed Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks so desperately. They have no deep threat on this offense anymore, or any mid-range threat, or any small-range threat. Like, they can't complete passes at this point, efficiently at least. Love to throw. He's over the middle. He's going to hit Malik Heath for 9 yards. Heath wanted more. It's going to be a timeout with 2 seconds to go. So Brandon McManus will come onto the field to kick a field goal to bring them within 6. So the Packers use their final timeout. 2 seconds on the clock. Might stick around for 6 minutes. See if our buddy Tommy Boy stumps in. I have an idea. If he ever does stop in, I should just, as soon as he leaves, someone let me know when he leaves, and then we just raid him back. That'll get his attention. Just go. Just say it's in the exponential rate. I guarantee you it'll be a first. All right, 44-yard field goal attempt for McManus. Kick is up, and it is wide to the left and no good. And Brandon McManus is as ice cold as his uniform. And the Packers will stay down by 9. And the Steelers receive second half kickoff. So Mike Tomlin's gang doing a good job. This is troublesome. They needed that one. That was not good. Let's hear what Mike Tomlin has to say. That's sad. Agree. Yeah. All right, so they showed a stat there that's really sad, that 16 first half points is the most points the Steelers have scored in the first half this season since week 1, which is really bad. Really, really bad. What was I saying? Right. Josh Jacobs, he said, is the linchpin of this Packers team, which I don't disagree with. He's definitely the linchpin of the Packers offense. If they can get going, if they can get Jacobs rolling, if he can rip off a big touchdown, Packers actually still are in this game, which right now they are in the game. They're not out of it. They're just not putting up much of a fight offensively. We need to see a little bit more from the Packers offense if we're gonna see any sort of progress in this game from the Packers. Oh man. All right. As for the Steelers, offensively, what he said is got to stop shooting themselves in the foot, which is absolutely true. That's the key for most of this game. So far, the Packers more so, actually, I think. Right now, neither team has committed a turnover, but the penalties have been an issue for both teams. Packers have 3, Steelers have 4, but the Packers' penalties have come at such inopportune times to the point where they have no answer. It's sunk them multiple times so far, including most recently on that last Steelers touchdown to DK Metcalf. The Keeson Nixon pass interference ended up continuing the drive for Pittsburgh. So if you're Green Bay, you might want to consider a little tactical switch on who's covering DK Metcalf right about now. Because we're not exactly certain that Keeson Nixon's the answer for Green Bay because he's not putting on the show that he needs to be up against one of the top wide receivers in the NFL. All right. Yeah. Do you still have Haversick? I don't think so. Pretty sure he's the starting kicker elsewhere. Oh, you do still have him. He's injured. He's inactive today. Coach's decision. Oh, man. All right. He is 4 for 4 on the year, by the way. Just throwing it out there. Made a 61-yarder. And against Arizona. That's crazy. When did you all play Arizona? Felt like forever ago. Yeah, it was last week. Okay, so McManus is actually just returning from an injury, which could be why he's a little bit off his game. I'm like, when did that happen? I don't remember that. Yeah, so he was injured against the Cowboys, I suppose, and it's been Haversick against the Bengals and Cardinals, and he's returned for this one, and he's not having a great start to this game. This could be a 3-point game, if not for those missed field goals from McManus. I got a new haircut in case you couldn't notice, by the way. It's like the shortest haircut ever. It's crazy. I got that for the first time. I'm like, I feel bald. Like, that's what it feels like. It's very short. It only bothers me a little. All right. I'm staying. Whoa, I forgot you're attached to the floor. Please don't fall. Okay. There we go. Oh. Nice God, I got one. Can feel the wind now. Yeah. I have a brother, and he's always got this beard. He grows it out so long. And then whenever he shaves it, he's like, I'm cold. I'm like, why? He's like, because I don't have my beard to keep me warm anymore. I'm like, you're so strange. Stand for another minute. Then if Tom doesn't show up, that's on him. It's his fault. It's his own fault. Does Perna do this too? Otherwise, I would just start saying like Grassi and Perna. I don't think Perna does it though. Or the Jesse raid. Of all the Niners names. I will find you. Did you do practice squad too? Did you? Gotcha there. Like, I made it clear that like there's three. There's three, but two of them are Kyle. And you know which one those are, hopefully. And you did. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. And only one of them is my actual name. So you just have to, you can do it. You can just cross-reference it. Just start naming names. Really, if our buddy Jesse, if he gets going, then you're just going to know in like, I don't know, probably a few months, whatever he wants. I'm just going to make a really overly dramatic video building up to it. Building up to my real identity. So this other name appears only once. It does. There you go. It's another hint. I'm building up to it. All right. So not Jordan. You really seem like one. I'm pretty sure I'm not a Jordan. No, actually, I may be a Jordan. You never know. Maybe that's my name. My last name is Kyle Jordan. How many Jordans are there? Jordan Watkins. Jordan Watkins. Jordan Elliott. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Ah, tough. No, yeah, you can cross off Jordan. You got me there. I'm not Jordan. I'm cooler than that. My name's George. I'm Sky. Just keep naming them. I'm Curtis with a K. Imagine. No offense to people named Curtis, by the way. Austin spelled Austen. Yitter. I am a yitter. 100% yitter. All right. While you keep thinking about that, I'm going to refill my drink. It's been more than enough time. I'll be back before the start of the second half. Happy Halloween. Chauncey? Funny thing is, I played someone named Chauncey in a musical once. I played someone named Chauncey. Is there someone named Chauncey? Wait, I had to come back. I gotta go make my drink. Wait. My name is Diamador, actually. Where is Chauncey? What's his name? Where's Chauncey? Is there actually someone? Oh, these. I forgot. I forgot there is one on there. Right, there is one. Yeah, you keep looking. I might be a Chauncey. You never know. I did play one of the musical ones. Right, I really gotta go. The game's about to come back. Bye. apple juice now. This game is slow. It's been 2 hours. All right. All right. Storyline. Snap rate. Micah Parsons and TJ Watt each have season highs, 94% and 96%. Brandon McManus is 0 for 2. It's been a tale of 2 kickers. This Boswell's been 3 for 3. Packers might have to consider starting to go for it on 4th down. We're back where it's never sunny in Pittsburgh, but don't worry because it's always sunny in Philadelphia. And this one will be taken out to the 7-yard line. Something went flying there. Let's get our weather report. That's not the weather report. All right. Let's get I have a good feeling about 3 different sea names. Okay, man. You're welcome to share. It is 44 degrees Fahrenheit in Pittsburgh right now. A little bit of a chill. Wind gusts up to 9 miles per hour. So it's getting a little cold over in the Berg. Rodgers rolls to his right on the play action. He's going to throw it to someone on the Packers sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10 right off the bat for the Green Bay Packers. Or for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, no. Here we go again. There's good air quality in Pittsburgh right now. So if you're breathing, feel good about it. It's pretty humid there right now. 2nd and 10 for Rodgers and the Steelers. Rodgers hits Freiermuth in the flat, and he's upended. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Freiermuth is injured, and injured bad. Yeah, it didn't look pretty. That was a dangerous throw. And that is unfortunate. You know how much Pittsburgh loves Freiermuth. Yeah, they took his knee out. Yeah. Yeah, he like drilled his knee. You see it, just his like muscles just ripple, I guess is the word, but that's definitely a leg injury of some sort. It was Corey Valentine with the big hit. Freiermuth is going to limp off the field under primarily his own power. That is a tough loss for the Steelers. Third and 8 now for Pittsburgh after the loss of Freiermuth. Jonnu Smith is in the game, expecting extended reps. There's some not called penalties as Rodgers tries to fit one into Roman Wilson, but it's broken up by Keyshawn Nixon. Rodgers is mad. Everyone's mad. Entire Steelers offensive line's doing the same thing. They're all like, looked like a Madden game for a moment when all of them are like, I think they jumped. I saw it too. I really felt like, because Parsons jumps. Yeah, Wyatt jumps early. That's gotta be neutral zone infraction. And the refs are getting together. They are still allowed to throw the flag, technically. Yeah, I mean, they can, but I've also never seen it happen. Okay, yeah. It's the wrong call. They missed it. But I think that was their version of owning up to the fact that they missed it. Because he jumped pretty badly. Like, yeah, he's offside. So the punter for the Steelers, Weissman, I believe his name is, will be punting this one away. It's a bad snap, but it is a high punt and a good punt. And there's going to be a flag. So a minute-long drive for the Steelers ends abruptly. We'll see what the flag is now. Let me guess, offside. All right. So it is a holding penalty. Which, yeah, he did on Bullard, who dragged down Ben Skronik. Does my namesake have short hair? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to actually Google it. It's hard to tell. And off Jacobs, he's going nowhere. Jalen Ramsey in on the tackle. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say he's got short hair. I think short hair is the right answer. It's got a little bit of bulk to it, but it's short hair. There you go. Boom. Like he's not bald. Play action. Love to throw. He's gonna go underneath to Musgrave. He's not gonna get there. It's gonna be 5 yards shy. It'll be 3rd and 5. Gotta get moving. Still got half the game left. Come on. Get those steps in. 1, 2, 3. Go do some push-ups. 4. Apparently that makes me sneeze. So does that. Love backs up. He's hit hard. Throws one up. It's caught on a miracle by Tucker Kraft, who's at the 30, still on his feet, to the 25. Are you kidding me? Tucker Kraft. There's an injured Steeler. But wow, that was all Tucker Kraft. As Jordan Love gets blown up by Patrick Queen, he gets drilled, like absolutely buried at the end of it. Boom. And I don't know how Kraft made the adjustment to catch that. And then he stiff arms Juan Thornhill out of the way. Multiple times. Deshaun Elliott, he gets the push off. Stiff arms Thornhill. We need to see this the whole time because what a push on Deshaun Elliott. Stiff arms Thornhill again, drags him down, stiff arms Elliott, and then twists up on Elliott's ankle or knee area. Incredible. Tucker Kraft just fought his own war. Happy National Tight Ends Day. He just went to war with 2 defenders and came out victorious. So Deshaun Elliott was injured because he got rolled up on. He was grabbing at his knee. But wow. Like, that is impressive. That was crazy. I love when the big guys make plays like that. I mean, he stiff-armed a guy like 3 times. He's like, see that floor? Taste it. Yeah. No. Keep moving. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With this, we'll put some stakes on it. I'll do like 5 push-ups every time you incorrectly guess a name. And then I'll do 10 if you correctly guess it, but I'm not going to tell you that I did 10. Now we got some real stakes. Deal. Drew. Oh no. Here we go. That was really fast. You didn't even shake on it. You didn't even shake on it. All right, though. This only applies during the commercials, by the way, so that I can actually focus. But all right, here we go. I'm going to do it off screen. All right. I'm back. Casually getting built over here. Deal. Nice. I did the push-ups for Drew. That was a 42 yards after catch by Tucker Kraft. That was all Tucker Kraft. 59 total yards. That actually really helps my sinuses. That's crazy. Doing physical exercise, that works. Yeah. Oh, no. Deshaun Elliott. Oh, his knee's not bending. So we saw it at the end here. Kraft, he just like bends into his knee badly. Gets caught up under. And he just can't move his leg. So 1st and 10 now for the Packers. Tucker Kraft in motion. Man, was that a good fantasy pickup. And off Josh Jacobs. He's starting to get rolling a bit. 6 yards. Here come the Packers offense. Where have you been? Second down. Jacobs has only 22 yards on the day. Only 7 rushes. That's like Bijan Robinson. Like, give him the ball. Like, just run the ball. See what happens. Just, like, give him the ball a little bit more. See if he breaks away. Chances are he's going to eventually. 2nd and 4 here. Love under center. Watson in motion. Handoff goes to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to get 1.5. It's going to be 3rd and 3. 3rd and 2. I'm going to go 3rd and 3. Terrell Austin's the defensive coordinator for the Steelers. He's in his 4th season. He's outlived, not outlived. He's out-coached several Steelers offensive coordinators. And off to Josh Jacobs. He's not going to get there. It's going to be 4th and 1. Cam Hayward did a really nice job stuffing the run there. I would go for this. Your kicker's been playing terribly. Just go. You got to go here. You got to go for it. And it's going to go play action. Tucker Kraft out of the backfield. Beautifully crafted play by Matt LaFleur. 1st down and goal for Tucker Kraft and the Packers. That's my tight end. He has 115 receiving yards and a touchdown on the day. Tucker Kraft. And the answer is, to your question, I don't know. I gotta Google it again. I'll Google it in a second. 1st and goal. Love to throw. He's under pressure, dumps it off to Kraft. Kraft's going to get 2 or 3 more. The answer is both. At a time, he had both. In his professional career, it's been both. So I couldn't, it's just, there you go. But he has had a beard at one time. Love's going to throw the screen to the side. He's in! Touchdown, Packers! It's a big play for Savion Williams, and Green Bay is going to cash in to make this a 3-point game pending the extra point. And Savion Williams, number 83, you got to do what you got to do to get in the end zone. He's the rookie out of TCU. As he shows some of that impressive speed, it's just a little screen, and then it's all just a foot race, and he outruns everyone there. So the Packers are closing in with a phenomenal drive to open up that second half. Should I say, really just phenomenal Tucker Kraft on this opening drive. Basically, the only thing the Packers did as a team was that 8-yard touchdown pass to Savion Williams. Kraft took him most of the way. And if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. It's a 2-point Steelers lead. Packers closing in. Love has thrown only 5 incompletions on the day. He's got 227 passing yards. All right, hit me again. It's a commercial. Come on, throw a name out there. This is a great workout routine. Just guess names, and every time there's like 70 people. I'll get like 70 people shows up. Tom Grassi shows up. He's like, "Hey, guess this guy's name." They all just guess. I got 70 push-ups in it. Oh no. Yeah, Kraft is having himself a ball game. He's got over half of the receiving yards of the entire team. I had a good feeling. That was one of those. I had Jake Ferguson and Tucker Kraft on my team because originally starting the season I had Brock Bowers, but Bowers has been awful, so I cut him. I'm brutal like that. I cut Brock Bowers, picked up Kraft, and then I was like, Kraft or Ferguson? Which one do I pick? Subbed in Kraft this week. I'm like, it's National Tight Ends Day, and this guy loves getting the ball. I'm picking Tucker Kraft, which is risky because of Musgrave. But he came up big. He's doing me good, even though I probably already won in that fantasy game. But I think he's doing me some good. Yeah, I think he's doing a good job. I think. All right. So 8:48 to go in the third quarter. Steelers up by 2. Rodgers is getting the ball back. The Packers, they're finally showing life, which is good, to say the least. Showing a high school football game. Could this have been the blowout that Jesse was talking about? Kind of looks like it's 27-0. 49-7. Is this the one? It is in Pennsylvania. Wait, I gotta scroll up. He said what the score was. 52-13. Oh, so close. I was about to be like, is that his game? And another muffed return, but he gets it back, and he's going to be dragged down after a return. So the Steelers are coming out 21-yard line. I'm going to ignore this segment. You hear enough about this guy. He's been good. We get it. He's getting pressure. He doesn't have a sack. Forget about it. If this guy wins Defensive Player of the Year, I'm gonna lose it because he's done nothing. He had a great game last week, one good game, but like Myles Garrett had 5 sacks today. And you're going to say Micah Parsons over Myles Garrett. Crazy. There's too much hype right now. Second down for the Steelers. Steelers lost their big guard Suamalo. And he's out for this game with a leg injury. Like a walk, so Miles could run. Second and 6. Austin in motion. It's a quick throw to Metcalf over the middle. DK Metcalf's in open space over the 50-yard line. And a great little play there by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well drawn up by Arthur Smith. Yeah, you see, he just slips. It's zone defense again. It's just exposing the holes in the zone scheme that the Packers have had so far. The thing is, man isn't working. Zone isn't working. They can't seem to find a way to efficiently stop DK Metcalf right now. And he's only gotten the ball 4 times, but it's been explosive every single time. 1st and 10, bobbled the snap is Rodgers, and he's going to choose the dump off to Warren. And Warren makes a nice move, bullies someone, and gets 11 yards and a great angry run after catch there. 17 yards after catch. He was 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. But a fun fact there. Great play by Jalen Warren. He took out Williams. It's not going to go flying soon. I know, it's been getting consistently worse. I don't know who the center is. I know Suamolu's the left guard, so they're not missing it. Zach Frazier. In the last couple of snaps have been off target slightly. Fixed a little bit there. Screen wasn't there. Rodgers under pressure, and he's taken down. The ball's out. And the Packers are signaling they have it. Everyone's signaling they have it. Everyone's saying everyone else has it. No ref signaling anything. It's Packers football. And Aaron Rodgers holding the ball a little too loosely. And I kind of saw it happen too. I saw the ball out at the bottom. Ew. Oh, that's not a fumble. I hate Aaron Rodgers so much. It's so stupid. Oh, he has it too. That's so stupid. It's not gonna. They're gonna overturn it. Aaron Rodgers is the worst. He spiked it. Let's call a play. He spiked it. That's so annoying. Challenge it. Come on, Mike. Mike, yeah. Throw your flag. They're forcing the offense off the field. Rodgers is still on the field. Throw your flag, Mike. Yeah, I knew it. Rolling on the field's an incomplete pass. The reason why is because Aaron Rodgers is a genius and it sucks. He spiked it. He spiked the ball while getting sacked. That's so annoying. All right. LaFleur's like, yeah, whatever. 2nd and 10. The reason why is because it wasn't Micah Parsons. So stupid. I hate plays like that. Like taking away the excitement of the sport. 2nd and 10. Mike Tomlin's like, I feel like I should have thrown the challenge flag, but I didn't. Yeah, he really should have. He needed to throw the flag. The red flag. 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, no, that could have been bad. And Calvin Austin almost didn't get it down in time. As Bullard. Oh, that was dangerous. As Rogers misses him overhead slightly, and it bobbles in the air a few times too much. And Bullard almost takes it the other way. Another lucky break for the Steelers, 3rd and 10. Steelers are playing with fire right now. Both teams are 1 for 6 on third downs for the day, which explains the quality of this game. Timeout Pittsburgh. Excuse me. Timeout Pittsburgh. That's their first time out of the half. Play clock was winding down, so Rogers made the smart call and called the timeout. How about Tucker Kraft, a little South Dakotan that could? Ooh, Sunday Night Football sounds. Green 19, of course, yes. And then he did Green 19 tonight as well. That's fun. Gotta love that Green 19. Green 19! What did Omaha mean? Peyton? It really didn't mean anything. 3rd and 10. For the Steelers at the Green Bay 38, they're already in Boswell's field goal range. So not much to worry about as far as points goes. But they want the first down. Play clock's at 5. They rush 4. Rogers overthrows Metcalf. No flag. I always thought 319. Yeah, I kind of did too. Way back when. When he was with the Packers, I thought 319. When he was with the Jets, I heard green. But I also saw him more often with the Jets. And by that, I mean once. So here's Boswell attempting a 56-yard field goal for the second time today. And if anything, that one was more accurate than the first. It's 19-14. The Steelers are on top. Boswell is making it look, well, easy. Should I say Boswell easy? On time of the absolute best. Yeah. I noticed that. It's kind of it's kind of difficult. That was a bad joke. You don't have to laugh. It's okay. All right, come on. Give me some more names. I want to do some push-ups. I'm ready. I've taken enough break. I appreciate you giving me the time, but Adrian. Okay. Remember, 5 push-ups is no, 10 push-ups is yes. All right, I'm done. Yeah. Actually, man, I'm not in great shape after all. My wrists kept cracking every time. I was like, ow, ow, ow. No way that was 10. I might be just really good at push-ups. You don't know. Can only kind of hear it. Yeah, that was good. That was good. No way that was 10. You never know, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm just that good. Spencer, okay. Peekaboo. was good. Yeah. I'm noticing I need to widen my stance a little more. Sorry. Mike McCarthy is in the house. Wow. That brings back some bad memories for Cowboys fans. Yeah. You think that was 10 though? Like, was it 10 or was it 5? Could have been anything, really. And says Savion Williams just got flashbanged by my TV. It's like green light. They're gonna get a ball at about the 20-something-ish. Technical term, of course. Well, they could get the wrist cracks to count. Yeah. It's just like a timing. You just gotta time me. If you're absolutely certain that like one's not it, you should pick that one. Make me go do the push-ups, time how long it takes me to do 5. And then if it takes double that, then you know the answer is yes. It's just math. Come on. You got this. So 1st and 10 for the Packers at their own 22-yard line. Love under center. Emmanuel Wilson is the running back. Musgrave in motion. Play action. Love rolls left. Under pressure. Throws on the run. He connects to Wilson. And Wilson, still on his feet, gets the first down and a little more. 13 to 14 yards for Emmanuel Wilson. This is a guy who I think is incredibly underrated. I think Emmanuel Wilson has the potential to be one of the better. I hit Love late, by the way. Has the chance to be one of the better backup running backs in the league. Like, I liken him a lot to Kenneth Gainwell on the other side. Like what Gainwell was in Philadelphia. I feel like Wilson's still a very legitimate threat for the Packers. If Jacobs goes down, I wouldn't be entirely worried about the Packers' run game. Kraft in motion. Hand off to Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson's going to get about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. With just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. There goes Deshaun Elliott. He is being taken into the locker room on a cart, and then he limped off after that. That is just not a good sight to see. One of the better players on this Steelers team. I loved him in Miami, too. He's better in Pittsburgh than he was in Miami, but he's still a great player. 2nd and 6. Most of the Steelers players came from Miami, if you think about it. 2nd and 6, Love throws sidearm to Malik Heath, who gets the first down. That is a 7-yard completion to Heath. Game heating up a little bit. Packers are finally starting to do something. Thought it was about to be the Bucs all over again. Musgrave moves over. Hand off to Wilson. Wilson, nice little full head of steam there. Gets 6 yards, 2nd and 4. It's that acceleration and size that I love so much about Emmanuel Wilson. Like, as good as Josh Jacobs is, Emmanuel Wilson's pretty good as well. I feel like if he were anywhere else, he'd be really good. Since 1992, Week 4, including postseason, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Love started 562 of 582 games. Crazy. I believe that. But it was Bart Starr who sat out most of them. No, Love's only sat out 2. Rodgers never sits out. Love to Golden gets the first down. It was about 5 yards. They're going to say 4 yards. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Packers down by 5. They're at the Pittsburgh 43-yard line. Jordan Love has 12 straight completions as he's on a bit of a heater right now. First and 10, no James. 1st and 10. Love to Jacobs. Josh Jacobs tries to put him in the floor, but cannot. Jalen Ramsey, the big tackle. I will say, I'm noticing the uniforms a lot less as the game goes on. I just really can't look at the pants. Just ignore the pants, and it's fine. They're good uniforms if you ignore the pants. Jalen Ramsey went to Florida State. He's 31 years old. He's the 3-time first-team All-Pro selection. Pretty sure he's the only guy in the NFL that can say he's played for almost every team that wears yellow. I think he's missing Minnesota. Hand off Josh Jacobs. Oh, no. Wait, did he play for the Chargers ever? I don't think so. No, he's missing the Chargers, too. He can do it. Time yet. They gave it to Jacobs. He only got a yard, 3rd and 7. Wasn't a huge fan of the play call there. TJ Watt swallowed him up instantly. 3rd and 7. 40 seconds to go until the fourth quarter. Play clock's at 8. Love the snap. He rolls to his right. He throws deep for the end zone. It's caught by Christian Watson. He's going to come shy of the end zone and look deeper. But Watson makes the great catch inside the 10. There are multiple flags down. Let's see what the call is from Sean Hockley. And the play is going to stand because of a holding penalty on the defense. So the Packers are inside the 10-yard line. They're 1st and goal from the 7. That was a great throw by Jordan Love. That was across his body over the head of a defender. I mean, that was a laser. That was as accurate as he can get. 1st and goal. Love really is on fire right now. He's under center. Play clock's at 5. They do have to take a snap. Hand off Jacobs. Jacobs is going to get halfway there to the 3-yard line, where they will still be when we come back after this break. 1 quarter left to go. Let me tell you, things are looking like they might start to get going as the Packers offense is rolling right now, while the Steelers still have the 4-point lead. Jags, Rams, Fins, and Pitt, all the yellow. Now I see Minnesota, Green Bay. Yeah, whatever. I got like, they got like half. Dolphins don't even wear yellow. Okay, anyway, it's commercial. About to do my 10 push-ups. All right. The wrist is actually seriously bothering me. It's crazy. It's like I go down and it's like, it sounds like a horse is outside. Because I live in Germany where horses go outside. No, I'm kidding. I don't live in Germany. Or do I? Hello. All right. Don't. Was my name Yetter? You will never know. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I just gotta talk really deeply from now on just because my throat can't handle it. Gotta use my real voice. Yeah. Hey, look, CJ Stroud ordering at an Applebee's with Dan Campbell. Not sponsored by Applebee's. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've eaten at an Applebee's once. One time only. I'm hardly American, you know. It's like, what makes you American? What's your favorite fast food restaurant? Only like one. Second and goal for the Packers at the Pittsburgh 3-yard line. Fresh fourth quarter. Last 15 minutes of game time, thankfully, because boy, this game has been long. At least it's felt long. Second and goal. Matthew Golden in motion. Hand off to Jacobs. Jacobs tries to bounce around the edge. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs outruns the crowd, and the Pack take the lead. And Green Bay is up by 1 with the chance. You got to go for 2. The correct call is go for 2 here if you're the Packers. Take a field goal lead. You don't lose anything by doing it. You got to go for 2 here. Well executed by Josh Jacobs, showing off that speed, beating Patrick Queen to the edge. And here they go for 2. It's the analytical move. Golden in motion. Love to throw. He's got him wide open. It's Romeo. Do you doubt him, Dobbs? It's a 3-point Packers lead. And the Steelers are now down by a field goal at the start of the fourth quarter. It's the first lead of the day for Green Bay. Second lead of the day for Green Bay. No, well, yeah, second lead of the day. They scored that opening touchdown, but they've done nothing since then. Gotta get my facts straight. That was huge for the Packers, as they now have outscored the Steelers 15-3 in the second half. I just need 5 points. Wait, is that like a... Wait, did I make this joke? I probably have. Oh, I did. It does. Every game you've won has 27 points. That's funny. I only need 27 points. You got this. 40 points? No. 27 points. Just put that one like meme of like Drake or whatever. It's Drake, right? I don't actually know that much about rap culture. You know, the 40 points? No. 27 points? That's the one. Yes. Kick will be returned to the 23. Yes, Drake. I knew it. So smart. To the 23.5-yard line, where Rodgers will attempt his comeback, part 1. I've been standing for most of the game. Oh. Wait, higher than that. Higher than that. Look here. I feel so short. What's going on here? Someone adjust my chair. What a cruel prank. First and 10 for the Steelers at their own 23. My headphones, because I'm a little closer to the microphone now. Play action. Rodgers under pressure. He's brought down and sacked by Micah Parsons. It's about time. All right. Now you can officially say he's done something. And a big-time sack for Micah Parsons, a loss of 11. As Rodgers just had absolutely no time here. So they had this little shuffle pre-snap, and the offensive line just did not adjust properly. And he basically, he's got nowhere to go. He can't step up, can't step backwards. His only option was left, and even then he would have probably gotten chased down by Parsons. So really just great pressure brought by Green Bay on that one. Second and 21. Rodgers rolls to his right. He's under pressure, and he floors it. It's 3rd and 20 for the Steelers. Just under 14 minutes left to play. Okay, I get it. We saw the replay. Urgh. I get it. He's good. Okay. I feel like they didn't show his clips this much in Dallas. And Aaron Rodgers laughing it up with Parsons with the furious pursuit. And a quick throw over the middle to Jonnu Smith. He's not going to come anywhere near the first down. 4th and forever. Oh, a little bit of extra pushing and shoving between the Steelers and the Packers. Flag. You see Parsons, he came in, like, you knew he was running. You knew he was rushing, but he scared Aaron Rodgers a bit, forced him to throw earlier probably than he wanted to. Total yards this half, the Packers are up by 130. So Waitman is going to punt this one, and it is a decent one. It'll be fielded at the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 40. Could have had so much more. You know, Romeo Doubs wanted more. Oh, and a big fight in the middle. And the teams are being separated. Refs are tumbling. And they're finally separated. Multiple flags on the field as things are getting chippy here. And this, I want to say rivalry at this point. Like, these two teams are going at it. And, I mean, they have had 37 all-time meetings. It's pretty good. Yeah, they just got really tight up there in the bottom. Face mask grabbing. He gets flipped up. Yeah. Oh, he gets pushed really hard there. That's what the flag's going to be for. So the Steelers are definitely getting penalized. It'll be interesting to see whether the Packers will also get any flag. But the Packers defense obviously loving a little bit of the chippiness. They're having a good time there. That's what they're built for. Apparently, they did call only on Pittsburgh. So unnecessary roughness on Nate Erbig, but on no one else. It's 15 yards from the 45 of Green Bay, which takes it to the 45 of Pittsburgh. So starting with the ball in opposing territory. Wow. They just can't do that. Mike Tomlin knows how to discipline his team, too. That's rare. What do you expect me to do? We didn't do that. I don't know. You guys seem to be enjoying it on the sideline. They were getting pumped up. Defense feels like they're trying to bring in the whole new identity. They're trying to get physical with them, which I appreciate. I mean, you got to get that physicality in the game. All right. This is the worst music ever. You probably have an actual commercial on, but all I have is just the NBC hum. It used to be worse, but now it's just like the Avatar hum from like the Disney World ride. It's just doom, doom, doom. But it used to be like doom, 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 doom. I'm like, I get it. My Ring doorbell's not working because it was powered by AWS. Stop making that noise. And it was so awkward because I would be the only one watching. So it would just be quiet, and it would just be like, doom, 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 doom. It's so unnerving. I'm actually enjoying it more that it's muted. It's just a little bit creepy. Just a little bit. The terrible towel manufacturing area. I didn't realize they actually made those. I thought the team just mass produced them. They're just here's a yellow towel. That is cool though. I remember I went to a Steelers game at Hard Rock. It was Tua's return game from a concussion a few years back, which could be literally 10 different times. But I remember it very vividly because they gave the Dolphins fans towels, and I thought it was kind of contradictory a bit. Hand off to Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson has the edge, and Wilson gets 14 of 15 on a first down. And a good run from Emmanuel Wilson. As I was saying, the towels feel contradictory to me because we aren't the Steelers the terrible towel. I get we're supposed to be patronizing them and stuff, but aren't we just cheering them on? They see the towels as a symbol of they were white towels. I was really? Just not the best marketing. I mean, it was a cool towel. Still have it. First and 10 for the Packers at the 30-yard line. Love the screen to Wilson. Wilson's going to get 4-3, and before he's pushed out of bounds. No one could out-terrible the Dolphins. That's true. Mostly because we are terrible. We put the terrible in terrible towels. Second and 7. Emmanuel Wilson's three receptions for 26 yards. He's had a nice night. Telling you, he's better than we think. Listen to this. He's outgained Josh Jacobs today. He's outgained Josh Jacobs by scrimmage. And a quick throw outside to to Kraft. He's not going to get the first down, though. It's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4. There's an injured Packer. It's Zach Tom. So Zach Tom is down with injury for the Packers. He's had a few false starts today. He is in his 3rd season out of Wake Forest. Which means, let's see. Was that non-contact? It kind of looked like that was non-contact. And it's obvious that everyone seems to think that this is a pretty serious injury. Oh, he got back up. Oh, what a man. What a hero. Let's see. He just got stepped on. Yeah, Zach Tom got his ankle stepped on. And yeah, it hurts. It's a big guy coming down on one ankle. All right, so I believe that would be Kennard. Darian Kennard. Or Kennard. Probably Kennard. Taking over for Zach Tom until he's ready to come back in. If he's ready to come back in. 3rd and 4. Golden in motion. Sorry, that's Watson in motion. Under pressure, Love throws quickly to Tucker Kraft. Kraft, the 10, the 5, he's in! Touchdown, Packers! Feed him more! And he's putting the cheese in the cheese heads right now as the Packers take a 2-score lead. Incredible. Tucker Kraft is carrying the team on his shoulders right now as the Packers have outscored the Steelers 21-3 in this second half. And how the tables have turned, I'm telling you, all Green Bay needed to do from halftime was just get the offense going. And Tucker Kraft made sure of that. He made sure of it in a spectacular way. Great job by Tucker Kraft, man. He's carrying the team on his shoulders right now. Otherwise, this offense is doomed because they need their speedsters. They need to get Wicks and Reed back on the field as soon as possible. But until then, Tucker Kraft celebrated National Tight Ends Day in style. My favorite thing to say at the buffet. Hear me out? Don't really like mac and cheese. Oh, the things I was mocked at in school. I was mocked for in school. When I was a kid, at least. This is hilarious. This steak pop. It's like popcorn chicken, but steak. It's like popcorn steak. And it sounds so weird. All right. I like just. All right. I'm sorry. Just under 11 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. I might just take a nap. This game it's been slow up until Tucker Kraft. Packers in 4 minutes have scored twice, by the way. 15 points in 4 minutes. Stare you down. All right. I don't know. I'm going to say no, but you never know. Let's see. Man, that's funny. All right. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm going to go with no. Should be an easier one to answer. You never know, okay? Because that's not like to me. It's not like a black and white question. Like there's stuff in the middle. But let's not get into any of that. That's a crazy question. The Steelers' first half, they had 16 points, 178 total yards, and 81 rush yards. In the second half, they had 3 points, 38 yards, and 4 rush yards. So if they want to get back in this one, they have to get to run the ball, but they're running out of time. So it might be better to just continue to throw. Let's see what Arthur Smith dials up. It's a shovel over to Warren. He'll get 4 yards. He'll get 3 yards. Just for the sake of proving me wrong. 10:20 to play until I can go to bed. Rodgers under center. Tight end in motion. Shovel over to Warren. They're trying to establish the run game, and he gets a big hit and the first down. And Jalen Warren moving like a dumpster truck. He's just trucking people. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? All right. There's a flag. A close game, but I would also like the Pack to make a big. Yeah. Interception return for touchdown blows the game wide open. Let's see what happened here. DK Metcalf. John a bit with Quay Walker. Yeah, it's going to. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Offense number 4. That's the problem with DK Metcalf. Same problem the Steelers had with George Pickens. They have bad temper. They have issues with that. Anger management. You got to get your team in check, Mike. Come on, man. Can't be happening. And penalties have killed the Steelers this half. Only had 3 more, but they've cost them 20 total yards. Steelers down by 10, facing a 3rd and 17. They're 1 for 8 on 3rd down today. The Packers bring pressure. Rodgers steps up. He's brought down. And a huge play by Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the day. Rodgers looks red. Yeah, I knew they were going to bring it up. They always bring him up, even though he's not the one who got the sack. He did get the pressure. Steps up. He forces him to step up, and Rashawn Gary finishes the job. And Waitman punts this one away to Dobbs, and Dobbs is going to stretch out to about his own 44-yard line. So the Steelers and the Packers, they're dueling here at Acrisure. But the Packers have taken a 10-point lead, and they have the ball. Tides have turned quickly in Pittsburgh. All right. This is one of those when the game can't end. The game just doesn't end. It's never ending. All right. We need Jesse back so we can tell the stories. He probably sent me a text message. I just haven't checked. If he was any amount of nice, he would have been like, sorry, bro, I gotta go. I guess we'll never know. So I've been doing Duolingo chess recently. And and it's pretty fun. I don't mind it. It's cool. I'm learning. Learned the ladder maneuver. It's like the most interesting thing that's happening right now to me today. Yeah, the ladder maneuver. It's when you get the rook and the queen and you kind of just 1-2, 1-2 until the king's in the corner, and then he can either move down or to the right, but either way is like makes sense when you think about it really, really hard. Like true chess grandmasters. Sean Tucker Craft at his high school. He was a fullback. Get him. And he's showing some of those running back skills. He's got some speed for being a tight end. He's outrunning the crowd. First and 10. Love under center. Jacobs the running back. And, play action. I'm surprised here. Love loads up. He's got a man. It's Watson inside the 30 to the 28-yard line of Pittsburgh. And the Packers are trying to put this one away for good. That was a really great throw by Jordan Love. Listen to this. Tucker Craft, he's got 131 yards after the catch today. That's the most by a tight end since 2018. So he's having a huge game today. Love has gone 27 of 32 for 345 yards and 3 touchdowns. And off to Jacobs, going nowhere. Play any other board games? Monopoly. Not on my phone. Even then, I don't really play real Monopoly. I play Monopoly Deal. It's faster. Monopoly takes forever. We play like charades and stuff. for family gatherings. 2nd and 10. Love to throw. He'll throw over the middle. He's got Matthew Golden, who gets dragged backwards. Didn't look great, the tackle, but he gets up fine. It's 3rd and 9. Just over 7 minutes to play. Come on, guys, just start running the ball. Just get this clock moving. People got places to sleep. What time is it over there? It's got to be late there, too. Yeah, it's like 11. Like, y'all, I feel like this game's gone on longer than most, right? Wink ones. Beautiful throw from Jordan Love to Romeo Dobbs. Incredible throw and a first down. 7 hours from bedtime, real. That was me yesterday. I'm like, I got 3 papers. That's a great throw by Jordan Love. Great timing. And very pretty play. Getting the first down out at about the 13-yard line. MVP, Daniel Jones. Love, meanwhile, he's not thrown an incompletion like all half. It's been really impressive. I think he's had the perfect second half. Credit to Matt LaFleur getting his team's head in the game after a disaster of a first half. Jordan Love has 20 straight completions, tied for the longest streak for the Packers since 2007, which was Brett Favre. He just skipped over Aaron Rodgers. He's making history in a game all about the past. Wow. It's deep. 2nd and 6. Musgrove in motion. Love under center. Kraft in motion. Play action. Love's going to floor it. 5.5 to go. Quarterback comparison tonight. It looks like the successor has become victorious. He's done much better. He's got 2 more touchdowns than Rodgers. He hasn't been sacked. He's almost doubled Aaron Rodgers' yards. And he's thrown way more and completed way more. He's just having a great game as Jordan Love is putting on a vintage performance. Or what we will know in 20 years. It's a vintage performance. Love. He's going to throw, and he overthrows Emmanuel Wilson. 4th and 6. That was a disappointing end to a strong drive. So the Packers will send on the field goal unit, try and get Brandon McManus back in the game. In 2024, he was 20 of 21. Through week 7, he was 7 of 9. And tonight, he's 0 for 2. They broke him. He's broken. It's just kickers break when they come to Green Bay. Love had Golden open. Just didn't see him. 28-yard field goal attempt. Should be a chip shot. And it is. 32-19. The Packers are pretty much done. 20 years, we're comparing the next legendary Green Bay quarterback Love. And when the Dolphins are still bad. All right. I think it's time we got real. Let's talk about Halloween for a second. I'm going to choose to dress up as an NFL team for Halloween. Because why not? Right? Might as well. I have it right here, actually. Right here beside me. I'm going to put it on right now, and you're going to have to guess which NFL team it is, just based on one piece of the costume. All right? You got it? You're home. Yeah, that's funny. Just one piece of the costume, and you're going to have to guess what team it is. You get 3 guesses. There you go. You get 3 guesses. This is a piece of the costume. And then I will reveal all. Just, yeah, whenever. Oh, man, yeah. It's a good one. Jets, not the Jets. Good guess, though. I beat the Jets, though. But then again, who hasn't? The Bengals. We're 4 minutes off the 3-hour mark. Crazy. Yeah, two more guesses. I'm not seeing any more guesses. Giants, not the Giants. Good guess, though. Keep it up. Jordan Love. Yeah, okay, that one was all Tucker Kraft. I don't know why you're showing that highlight reel for Jordan Love. It was an incredible adjustment. It's a great adjustment. I mean, true, but he's been pretty good. He's made 20 straight passes until that one incompletion he threw to Emmanuel Wilson. The Bucs. Well, how did you know that? This is the Bucs. That's not fair. Did you guess that so easily? Crazy. I mean, like, it's so obvious. It's like you guys are just blind. This is the first feeling of Austin. It's like, can't believe it took you 3 guesses together. That's crazy. So these last 2 weeks. Yeah, but like, that's who I'm dressing up as because, let's be real, it's the best. It's just gonna look good. We're just rolling here. I'm just the captain now. I'm the captain in more ways than one. And this is your captain speaking. And this be your captain speaking. Rogers steps into it, and he's going to get incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Yes. I have the full costume. It shall be I'll probably take a picture. I'm probably not going to do any Halloween videos. I'm busy going trick-or-treating. Probably not. But I may take someone trick-or-treating. You never know. Rogers throws it's a fumble, and the Packers leap on it. First down, Packers. Yeah. And they've stolen the doubloons from right under their nose, just like I did with my long-lost rival. That guy who worked at FAU. Over there in North Korea. Yes, and, you always think you're just going over to one door, but you knock on the door, and it turns out there's 6 faces watching you in the bushes. Oh, wait, that's Vietnam. My bad. That was a bad joke. Bad history joke. No, trick-or-treating is not really a thing here. They don't really do it. They have, like, other events, which I'm going to one, which is why. But there's not really much trick-or-treating. I think maybe once have any children ever come up to our door. Yeah. All right, well, this is enough. So the Packers have the ball. And they basically just have to wind out the clock for 5 minutes. Emmanuel Wilson gets a huge 11-yard pickup and a first down. This outfit would be enough to summon Quasi at halftime. I would if there was like a Halloween game, though. There's not. There's no Halloween. The closest game to Halloween is Dolphins-Ravens, and I'm not doing a commentary on that. This is the Halloween stream. I should have put it on at halftime. You're right. But I'm kind of rocking it, though. It's a good look. So the Packers are going to go to 5-1-1, and the Steelers are going to drop to 4-3 on the year. Emmanuel Wilson's going to get 5 yards. It's just a unique look. So few people can pull it off, really. Upcoming schedule for the Packers. They got the Panthers, surprisingly challenging. They got the Eagles, expectantly challenging. The Giants, surprisingly challenging. The Lions, expectantly challenging. The Bears, surprisingly challenging. And they have the Vikings. Well, that should be an interesting schedule upcoming for the Packers. Easiest game is probably Week 12 against the Vikings. Everything else could be a struggle for the Packers. We don't know. For being 5-1-1, they've probably been the worst 5-1-1 team in the history of 5-1-1 teams, with the exception of this game, because all in all, their offense has been bad this year. But this game, they've really convinced me that they can move the football without, Dontavian Wicks and without Jalen Reed. Like, they can do it. It's doable. They just have to get going. And it took them way too long to get going. But second half magic always works fine, especially if you're the Broncos. And Emmanuel Wilson. Wilson's going to get 2, maybe 3 yards. I'm going to say 2. So it'll be 3rd and 3, and the Steelers will take their final timeout. Must they? All right. Pirate hats. Oh, I just hit the mic. I'm sorry. The Steelers' upcoming schedule. They have a challenging game. They have a challenging schedule. Next 2 games, Colts and Chargers. Yikes. And they got the Bengals, Bears. A little bit of a rest there. But then they got the Bills and then the Lamar Jackson Ravens. Challenging schedule for the Steelers. Might run into a few bumps in the road. The key is winning the division, though. They got to win those divisional matchups. If they lose every other game but beat the Bengals twice, the Ravens twice, and the Browns twice, they're still probably in. Play action. Love. Steps forward under pressure, backs up, and he dirts one at the feet of mac and cheese there, Kraft. That'll be rough. Hope they can make it. Do you, though? Yeah, it'll be interesting. I would rather see the Broncos if it's between the two of them. Let's get this rematch at the Super Bowl. Like the Steelers are going to make the Super Bowl. They don't have it in them. I'm not going to deny Green Bay yet. Not yet, but the Steelers don't have it in them. Field goal is good, by the way, from Brandon McManus. 35-19. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the most unorthodox way to get 35 points in a football game. It's like, can you name a way in which an NFL team got 35 points but scored 2 field goals? There was a really funny one a few weeks ago. I don't remember what it was. It was like 22. It was like 22, but the team scored no touchdowns, but not all of the points were field goals. It's like, what? It was very confusing. I think the key was like offensive touchdowns or something, because it was a defensive touchdown. It was stupid. All right, 4 minutes to go till the end of the game. And Pittsburgh Packers have pretty much packed this one up. No pun intended. Actually, yes, pun intended. This return will go out to the 31. So the Packers, they got a 16-point lead. They're probably going to walk away with a victory here. In which case, we're done. Soon as the clock's at 0, I'm signing off. Sayonara. Get some sleep. I didn't get much this morning. Everyone knows that. Didn't get any. It's like when you stay up late enough that you see the time change. Ever done that before? 1st and 10 for the Steelers. Rodgers to throw, sideline. He's out of bounds, but it's Austin. 8 yards. Not before that, too, actually. I didn't sleep all that much. Yeah, I need sleep. Yeah. Especially since I'm getting sick. Because I hiked in the rain for 2 hours. Like, this was a terrible idea. Why did I sign up for this? This is my entire mindset for the entire thing. Why did I sign up for this? Miller. Wilson bounces to the outside for a gain of 2. This is too Scarron. It's not. It's pretty much over. Packers got the Steelers have no timeouts. So this game's a wrap. It's wrapped prettier than a Christmas present. Another target for Roman Wilson. So the Packers they outscored the Steelers 28-3 in the second half. And 21-0 in the fourth quarter. Darius, actually, that's Joey Porter. Joey Porter is getting checked out for the Steelers secondary. 2nd and 5. Rodgers tipped into the air, incomplete. Just over 3.5 to go, 3rd and 5. Credit to the officiating crew today for officiating a pretty decent game. Tim Pedraza, Jim Quirk, Sean Hockley, Jimmy Russell, Patrick Holt, Jason Leddett, and Larry Smith. Keeping the jersey on, I believe. Every time I wore it, one time I didn't. Took it off. If you're having too tight, I'm keeping it on. You go, man. Agree. The Dolphins haven't won with me wearing my jerseys. They've won twice with me not wearing it. So, over the middle, almost a phenomenal catch by Jonnu Smith, but he can't reel it in. If he did catch that, that would have been a finalist for most casual calls of the season. Like Jonnu Smith, one-handed catch, very impressive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Gotta stop laughing. Yeah. 4th and 5. Game on the line. Potentially last play for the Steelers. Please be the last play for the Steelers. Rodgers throws over the middle. He's got Metcalf over the 40-yard line for a 1st down. It's a 14-yard gain. Not yet, I guess. We still got to wait for the 2-minute warning. Rodgers going hurry up. He throws underneath to Freiermuth. Back in the game after a scary injury earlier. No, please, no. I need sleep. Just gonna go to bed at the normal time. This defeats the purpose of a time change. Supposed to get an extra hour of sleep. Rodgers steps up, rolls to his right, throws on the run. He's got him. It's that guy. I believe that was Calvin Austin for 13 yards. .218. Rodgers to throw. He's looking deep. He throws deep. End zone. Caught. Touched. Oh, he dropped it. He fumbled. I don't know what the call is here. Yeah, I think so. It's a touchdown. Hey, Terry says it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown. I agree. I thought it was a catch and a fumble for a second. I was like, what? Why did They're saying he caught it. It's a touchdown. So the Steelers score before the 2-minute warning. Potentially some late drama. If anyone can get an onside kick, it might as well be Chris Boswell, but they got to get the 2-point conversion first. Let's see it. All right, ladies and gents, let's get going. Last play. For the potential final play here. Gotta get the captain's hat on. Salute salute anyone. Whichever way this goes. It's been a decent game. It's been a better game than I expected. I expected there to be a lot less scoring in the second half. Doesn't change the fact that I'm wiped. I'm done. 2-point conversion. Rodgers is alone in shotgun. Rodgers hits the end zone. Incomplete. Multiple flags on Valentine. It's going to be pass interference. Held him back. Can't do that. Pass interference. Defense. All right, they're going to get one step closer. Yeah, right here is where he messes up. Right here, and right here, and right here. Yes, that was pass interference. So the Steelers are get it, now a yard off from the 2-point conversion. They're switching the play call. Rodgers rolls right. He hits him, and he's got it. Oh, he drops it. Incomplete. Jonnu Smith drops the 2-point conversion, and the game is over there. Wow, I thought he had it. Oh, good defense. Really good defense there by Hopper. That's insane. I'm not sure he didn't catch that. Huh. So replay assists, that's when they can come in and review it. All right. Thank you, Terry. Oh, sorry. And Mike Tirico asks bad questions. I am curious, though, because they're kicking the onside kick. I wanted to know more about whether that was a catch or not, perhaps. But the Packers, it looks like, are still going to take this one by 10. All right, onside kick here. It's going to get a nice bounce, but it's easily recovered by the hands of Romeo Doubs. So the Packers will take over. Game's over. All right. So Packers 35, Steelers 25 will be your final score for the day. Pretty good. It was a better game than I expected. So yeah, 2 minutes, 6 seconds. Like this, that can be done really very quickly with just minimal analysis. That's where they're going to go and replace this. And it needs to be objective. Okay. I appreciate them clarifying that. Jordan Love under center. And off Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson's going to get 3 yards. 2nd and 7. 2-minute warning. When we come back, the Packers are looking for 5-1-1, while the Steelers are going to drop to 4-3 on the year. When we come back, and then I'm gone. Whoa. Bart Starr won the 1961 championship. Brett Favre won 31. Let me guess. He won 91. I have no idea. When the numerals get too big. Jordan Love turns 27 next Sunday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan Love. Packers fans love you. I love you because I predicted your excellence. Thank you. Have I told that story before? It was like my proudest moment when he finally got to start. All right. 2nd and 7. Out of the 2-minute warning. Wilson's the back. Josh Jacobs has had a no-show today. Packers called their first timeout because they never want us to get out of here. I'm going to check fantasy, see how I'm doing. I won, I guarantee you. I did win. Tucker Kraft got me 30 fantasy points. That's my guy. I had people who did terribly. Whoa. And then it's like, whoa. I had 4 points for 4, 15, 8. Then Taylor, Cook, and Kraft got 40, 37, and 30. I had 5. I had Chase McLaughlin as my kicker, so he had 17. And then I had the Bucs defense. I was really Tampa heavy this week, and they got 40 points for me as well. I'm like, I did not see that coming. I kind of want Tucker Kraft to catch like another 20 yards because I want to get 200 fantasy points for the first time. I'm at 198. I had a week and a half. It's not like my opponent had a bad week. He had 120, and he's not done. It's just when you know your stuff. When you're as good as I am. All right. So Packers got their final first down. So 50 seconds left. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a good one. Yeah. Well, it's been an okay one. Better than last week. Next week, we probably are here for Seahawks and Commanders on Sunday Night Football. Although, if you want Cardinals, Cowboys as an option, not that you would want. But yeah, so those are our options. As the Steelers are going to drop to 4-3, Packers are 5-1-1. We'll count down, and then I'm signing off. Have a great rest of your weeks, everyone. Again, how I was around to. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. See y'all next time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Have a wonderful week, everyone. God bless. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.